I'm about to work out, so yeah. Sorry guys, not in the mood. I'll be completely honest. Let's see. That's like my mom was bad. You know, that sucks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna be working out, but I'm gonna be listening to the debate.
Projects so we can get our goods to market and bring home jobs so we stand up to President Trump from a position of strength. Mr. Chen, you get the next question. Can you trust the United States to work with us on matters such as market sovereignty?
I think we've seen, first of all, good evening, thank you for taking the question. We've seen what for a lot of people the trail when we look at the United States. I grew up in Border Town, Windsor, and we saw how connected we were as a city and as a community. People lived on one side of the border, worked on the other, people traveled back and forth all the time. We're in the other capital of Canada, we knew how important it was to build cars in Canada, but we saw that those cars went back and forth across the border. Seeing what Donald Trump did to attack Canada in this unprovoked way without any justification really felt like a betrayal. And so Canadians now say, well, we don't really trust Donald Trump at this point, and we can't have a lot of faith in him. So when it comes to our sovereignty and our security, we make decisions that are in our best interest and no longer be so dependent or reliant on the US. And that's why I would advocate for making sure we are resilient, independent, and less dependent on the United States.
Mr. Milche, for you, what supports would you want to see for industries affected by tariffs? Many, of course, which are in Quebec.
Many of them. First, we all look on Quebec and Montreal, because I find not to speak of Montreal. However, I think we should never understate the that Mr. Trump focuses on Quebec and the entire Mexico economy. But we must acknowledge the fact that the economy of Quebec is built differently. The challenges are not the same. The necessity for Quebec to have at least partly its own voice in the negotiation is important. The difference between Quebec and Canada is very important in terms of economy, but also in terms of identity and language, and that is that we are the only one to handle that immigration. So we have the right to be different, and if this difference is being respected by whoever becomes Prime Minister Canada, we will be reliable partners in order to achieve the best possible negotiation and protect ourselves and our economies as partners.
Mr. Milche, we now into open debate, and I'll start off this turning with you, and we go from there. Do you still support dollar for dollar tariffs, even if they ultimately threaten Canadian jobs and businesses?
No, in fact, we've already moved off from dollar for dollar tariffs. We have to recognize that the United States economy is 1/10 times the size of the economy. And the principle, in terms of our counter tariffs, is that maximum impact in the United States is a moment ago, minimum impact here. So we have to think about the impact on Canadian businesses. I'll give you one example of it. In the other sector, way we design the dollar tariffs is that Canadian automakers, if they maintain production here, if they maintain their investments here, I can say Canadian automakers that have jobs and plants in production in Canada, then they can have lower tariffs on what they ship to the United States, create a huge incentive for them in order to do that. We also have carved out the Canadian auto parts sector. Last point, Canadian auto parts sector. So they can remain competitive with the United States, focus on maximizing Canadian jobs, maximizing harm in the US, so we get them where we need.
Mr. Carney,
claim you want our country to respond with strength, but after the last decade, after which time you've been just Trudeau's economic advisor, our economy is weaker than ever before. It's in the worst growth in the G7. We lost $500 billion in investments at the border. You supported blocking pipelines in Canada that gave Donald Trump and the US a near monopoly over our energy. And now you want to keep in place Bill C-69, the liberal no new development law that blocks us from shipping our resources overseas. How could you possibly think it's a good idea to give the Americans a continued monopoly on our energy projects when you have seen how much these liberal policies have weakened our country over the last decade?
So let's go to my record. My record is a month-long Prime Minister, and this goes to the heart of coming to the Americans, which is doing the right thing for Canada. Within the first week as Prime Minister, I sat down with all the premiers of provinces and territories, as well as leaders of the indigenous communities. With all the provinces and territories, doesn't happen very often, to have one Canadian economy instead of 30. First one. Secondly, commit the federal government to do its part by Canada. So free trade Canada. Thirdly, the federal government to commit with respect to project. I'm getting to it. Thirdly, one project, one review, and relying on consent. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. It is agreed on under the framework we have cooperation with British Columbia already. Looking forward to the conversation. Of course, we agree around how to secure response to the United States. But what I'm concerned about is what we're doing in Canada. We are already seeing threats to our country, and that just the threats alone of the tariffs that make Canadians lost their jobs. The threats of the tariffs that are in place right now, the impact of those tariffs is that we lost jobs in steel, aluminum, and the other sector. People are losing their jobs. Well, Mr. Carney, at time, as mentioned, not very long time, as Prime Minister, you showed us your cards. The first thing you did is you had traveled, you get tax cut for millionaires, which was the first thing on that couple days. So you get access to millionaires, but you didn't have time to increase the amount of workers on EI. Right now, workers who are struggling and wondering what I'm going to do, because my job workers lost their jobs, saying, how do I pay my bills when EI only covers half of a worker's salary? Maybe 4 years ago I would work, but right now most workers are spending their entire salary just to pay the bills, to pay the mortgage and the rent, and to put food on the table. So EI is not good enough. It shows Canadians that you didn't make a priority to protect those that are impacted by these tariffs. They're threatening to job loss.
We have another from Mr. Milche this segment, so please.
Yeah, and certainly you are becoming every leader saying walking in French and another language. You said in British Columbia in February that you would force oil and gas through pipelines through Quebec, either we wanted it or not. You would use emergency powers in order to do so. And 2 days later in Montreal, you said that you would never do that without the approval of Quebec. What's the point of using emergency powers if you do have the agreement of Quebec? However, in order to it's important to be very strong in front of Mr. Trump. However, I would keep the dollar for dollar policy. Don't be weak in front of Mr. Trump. And those counter tariffs have to be targeted. You have put out already $2 billion for Ontario auto industry, car industry, and the number of industry that has already paid the United States $2 billion. They have not raised one finger in order to help us. Well, Mr. Carney refused to answer the question of pipelines. Just the other day, he said it doesn't necessarily think we need to build pipelines. Let me tell you what that means. Right now, Americans get 97% or 100% of our natural gas exports at big discounts. We have to send Canadian oil from Western Canada through the states just to get it back because we don't have a pipeline. And now there's this law, liberal law C-69, which effectively bans pipelines. The 14 biggest energy resource companies say have to go if we're ever going to do another project. And I asked Mr. Carney, why do you keep in place this anti-pipeline law that effectively empowers Donald Trump to have a total monopoly on our single biggest export? Why would you not repeal this liberal law? Is it because you are exactly the same line as Justin Trudeau and the rest of the liberal team that is now making under Canada?
So let's make a couple points in the debate. The first thing I did as Prime Minister was cut the carbon tax. That's first. Secondly, he is making a commitment that all proceeds from our tariffs will go to workers and those companies. There were several points. I made several points. All proceeds go to workers and the first those proceeds. Third thing, I'm interested in solutions. I'm interested in getting energy infrastructure built, that means pipelines, that means carbon capture, storage, and here's how you do. And we're going to move to the first month.
Don't blink if you blink. Welcome to the Counter Show. Just having a wonderful day on this, oh nice, on this 19th April 2005. Happy Easter. Gonna go to my father's house for supper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, guys are doing well. Not in the best mood. I'm gonna sound like a complainer, but you know, you guys know what's going on in my life, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go. Key fuck. Making sure that we're having space for true mission. Because hopefully right now I'm not going to be reaching 35. Okay, so. I at I completely forgot that today's Saturday. So basically, I have to stop because I have to go to my father's house in about 3 minutes. Okay, we have to do the tournament. Shit. Thank God I checked. Thanks for loading those. If I didn't read the guild chat, I would have not known. My one workshop upgrade. Good. Oh, dude. I wasn't finished with the JD. I wasn't finished with the energy shield. I forgot about that. Choo. Claim. Ouch. Open. Okay. Is that Tuesday? So where's the controller? Ah. Okay. Okay. Um. There you go. Found you. Okay. Dr. Z.
26 years old with a gorgeous face and a great figure. But she was convinced she could look even better with a little help from the doctor's knife. It was a deadly mistake. Cosmetic surgery has become so commonplace that people forget that it comes with risks, just like any other operation. You just don't hear about the times when things go horribly wrong. I should caution you that what you're about to see shows that increasing your cup size and smoothing out your thighs can be terribly disfiguring, but it can also be so much worse.
Oh, hey, Stacey, you forgot about me. Okay. Jeez, I don't want to see you up in the boobs. Okay. You looking good. You look hot. Look at Snatch. Woo! Oh my gosh. Look at Trace.
My what's up? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are having a great day today. I just want to go through the tell-all, and I'm not impressed for a number of reasons that I'm going to go through in this video. So first and foremost, why involve Darcy in Stacey's drama constantly so that she can just use that money for plastic surgery?
So 4.
Present day, she's in Turkey getting more cosmetic procedures.
Beautiful Gianna. You got your girl Darcy.
And we're back. Had a good time with my family. So we're feeling a lot better. I'm going to be finishing the tower, the tournament. And then... my apologies. And then... Oh, I don't know what then. Okay. I don't have my glasses. There you go, that's it. Nice. Kenny Core. Third damage 5, nice.
What the fuck is that?
Chicken nuggets.
1.
It's chicken finger day.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I want some fucking chicken fingers. It's chicken finger day.
Watch. Chicken finger, 2 nuggets. 2 nuggets, chicken finger. Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Where's the fucking good kind of chicken fingers? Randy's mental battle over chicken fingers versus chicken nuggets has been going on as long as I can remember since we were little guys. And I think it started with Ray. Ray always thought the chicken fingers were part of the chicken wing that actually came right off the bird, and that nuggets were just compressed meat from various areas. And he taught that to Randy in stock. And it's been going on, and I mean, thank fuck he doesn't know what popcorn chicken or chicken fingers even are yet. Give me fucking chicken fingers back there?
No, I
Give me
don't
fucking
have chicken nuggets. It's the same thing.
Okay. Or play like that, man. Fuck, Jesus.
What's Ricky doing?
You're not worried. He's working on something.
Oops.
What is that? Is he a shank?
He's got a shank and he's threatening the chef.
I'm not doing the paperwork.
Do not threaten me with that toothbrush. Go in the fucking freezer, get some fucking chicken fingers. We'll get these guys are fine with chicken nuggets. I'm not.
Have any. Just take the nuggets. Come
I'm not
on.
eating that fucking bowl of cock gut bullshit.
Take a step back.
We can all
Calm
come
down.
in. He's right. They taste the same. No, they don't. Those are bullshit. Look, they're not even good. Look, I see fucking beaks and balls and cocks. Everything doesn't look like cheek. It's all white, probably fucking bleach. What the fuck? What's going on in here? Jesus fuck, Rick. What the fuck is this bullshit? It says chicken finger day and he's got chicken balls here.
They're nuggets. They're chicken nuggets.
Chicken bullshit. What it is. I want some fucking good crunch chicken fingers or I'm fucking chicken billy. What are you serving out here?
Chicken nuggets, frozen vegetables, tots, salad. Delicious.
Let's fucking shut it down. We'll get you some top quality A+. We'll have one of the fucking guards run out to Costco. Is that gonna make you happy?
Yeah, it's gonna be very popular. I want chicken
Just
fingers.
give me
Chicken fingers from now on. Nothing bullshit. So I'm gonna get some fucking chicken fingers.
What's gonna get you some chicken?
Right? That's a new shanks, a lot of shanks. Brush my tooth, pick up, just real clear.
Yeah, this is my vibrator. I'll get you an oil.
All right, feel good. Chicken finger days, not fucking root.
You like red wine or white wine?
Sparkling wine, great. All right, there's good boys.
We'll make sure we get this.
Enjoy your shitty nuggets. You should have waited for the good fucking chicken fingers. Fucking dummies. I'll be in my fucking cell. I want that delivered.
What you talking about? What quality? I knew this guy's fucking do what I want. They're not gonna shank Billy probably.
What the? Yeah, I know if I'm watching fights. I'm fucking lazy. I don't want a bunch of people who think I use. What? That's smart though.
Hey, this is $120. I'm gonna waste my money on this fucking chicken nugget fight. Stupid. He wasn't gonna shank him. He wasn't serious. And if he did, I wouldn't have to blame him. $1,200 limit, are you kidding me? I've got $1.75 billion in assets. Oh, I understand that. I'm not working right now because I have so much money in assets, okay? Okay? I think you guys gotta go back and leave. I did. I got $1.1 for a fucking credit card. Did you have any of the fucking chicken fingers? What a fucking situation. The guys are sitting around and brought them all over his bag before getting ready. Did he have them on his ass? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You guys again.
Okay.
Fuck off! You fucking done yet? You won't fucking give a pepperoni. No one's using this machine. I'll get it. Take my fucking money here. What's that my fucking problem? Fuck off. Fucking buttons. Don't fucking work.
What the fuck did you do, man? Oh, fuck. God damn it, I don't have fucking money. You what? Come on. I won't give you fucking pepperoni. Scene 3. Scene fucking 3. Fucking just ate my fucking money. Are you kidding me? Oh, Christ. Fuck! I need some fucking help here. My fucking arm's stuck. Jesus Christ.
Hey, just put pepperoni in there so that makes sense.
He's trying to fist that thing. Like my Uncle Tom the night he went to the goddamn Legion dude round. Look at him. You're gonna have to fucking sleep there.
What's he saying?
He wants help. Yeah. You know what? He's stuck. The vending company's not back till Monday. Get a fucking kill him. He has fucking.
Don't link Kissy Wayne, welcome to the show. Doing well to hang a wonderful day on this 18th April 2095. A little bit of a nature corn for you guys, because again, I guess you love nature corn. We don't? Why? Am I saying nature corn? I mean BTS. So this today is the 19th April 2095, which is Easter, Saturday, Easter. So at my father's house, we just had a good meal. Now we're relaxing. We're watching Trailer Park Boys. Look at the quality of the show.
Well, you're not getting down here. I get my fucking arm. It ate it. Must be hungry.
The quality is insane. We're working on clips. We have the two towers, and we're gonna go where it comes.
I can't fucking sit here with my arm eating my vending machine.
Looks like that's the case, right?
We can get you a pillow.
Call the company and get them down here. I can't live like
We
this.
can't call, they're not there. Sorry.
See you on Monday, bud.
You're fucking joking, I hope. Fucking fuck.
Can you go behind a couple of fucking stool there?
Oh, fuck. Don't you
Oh, this fucking blows. Fucking climb up there.
Stand up now. There you go. Oh, fuck. That's so much better. Thanks, Derek. Oh, wicked, man.
Fuck, there you go.
Oh, awesome.
There you go. Have a good one, bud.
You gonna stay hang out?
Oh, I would, but I got a big day tomorrow. The fucking sound, you know, that floor's like a little chilly, so can I use your leg pillow? I'm just gonna anyway.
Derek, I might need a piss jug. No? There? Oh, it's actually not too bad.
Think like Warren Buffett.
The way that automation has helped us so far, and I'll give you a very
Fuck that, fuck your ads.
and that was taking
Watch Trailer Park Boy.
test scenario from start to finish. For a manual tester, it took 12 minutes. For the robot, it took 4 minutes. We run thousands of these test cases for each one of our client implementations, and we often have to repeat those same test cases. This helps our clients tremendously.
It's not the easiest thing to make this money, Jess, but if being an entrepreneur, taking the advice of Warren Buffett, you gotta find the need. And what I've got right now is the need. People need what I have to fucking offer. So I'm gonna capitalize on that with some serious fucking cash. Why is it weaker than that? Very odd. It's a very good idea you came up with. Like,
Try not to fucking get stuck at the hole.
You got any piss for connection there, Freddie? Your tunnels? No.
I got a couple legs.
Oh, I got it. Alright, do some cash.
Hold on, I got one more.
One more. Jesus Christ, Freddie. Oh, you've been going hard, eh? Fuck, man. Chill out a little here. Alright, you want a fresh bag?
Yeah.
Buzz, why? You don't got any bags? No. What do you mean no?
No, nothing, Julian. I've been holding it.
Are you sure? I can loan you the fucking money.
It's not about the money, Julian. I can't hold my unit out and hold it over a fucking plastic bag.
Buzz, just take this one. You'll get me back later. If you need to use it,
I
use it.
don't need to use it. I'll wait for the pipes to be fixed. I have no fucking way of throwing it, but if I was a bad man, I guarantee you, fucking Julian, plug those pipes on purpose just to try to make a few bucks off people. But a fucking heads up would have been nice because I am fucking clogged solid here, and I'm not the type of person that can just pitch one off in a grocery bag. That takes a certain type of person.
What do you got? Here, I'll grab it. Oh, Oh, it's easy on the bags, Darren. So I get rid of him, I get 10%, right? You get 10%. You should just sweet. Okay, there's one in the bag. You got any money? Save something. Billy, what do you got? Oh, okay. Oh, right on. There's the money you. Actually, give me 2. I'm feeling fancy.
Magic.
Oh, fuck, boys. I'll keep it thick. Some more water, okay? More water. It's a little dark. Great. Hey, no problem. All right, so take care of it, man. You can pay when you're done. Okay. $3, man. Okay, well, fucking John's in there.
Yeah, so fucking Julian asked me to hide this shit in this, and I'm not really fucking good at hiding stuff. You know, I'm kind of like a squirrel with a nut, you know, except the nut's kind of like, you know, there's nuts in the shit though, so. Fuck me.
How much killed?
Yeah, you accept that? It's my turn. Here.
311 shit. Could have done better. Could have done way better.
He was at the Legion trying to get upstage, but plays guitar. He sucks. So threw the ball at him. You gotta fight. He's probably too long. You know what I tell you? Because I fucking know. Word on the street is he made counter hitter. Just a little changes like nickels and dimes. So time kind of kill.
Okay, so nobody wants to let that one ride? Let it ride. Let it ride, or do you want to up it? Do you want to up it? You know what?
I'm gonna throw goldfish in.
Okay, I don't have goldfish, but I'm actually with cheese and crackers.
How'd you guys get so much shit?
Okay, well, okay, so let's go. Anybody know a brick?
I do.
I don't.
30 of it.
Oh. I'm gonna say something tree jack. Walking in window jack.
Tree jerk?
A tree jack.
You're gonna say sexual assault. I'm saying he tried to bang his stepdad.
Oh my God, because I was thinking more just like a, you know, something like he's down at the old folks home looking for videos.
You know what I heard when I was in the shower about Betty? I was in there listening to players and you noticed I didn't even grave robber.
Grave?
Yeah, the grave, not grave.
Digging him up in the bag?
Yeah, I know it, well maybe, but that's what I heard. And you know, all the jewelry and gold.
Bag dead people. Grave robbers, man. How can we never rob graves? It's a good idea.
There's tons of dead people. Like fucking thousands.
But they're usually not buried with their fucking wallets.
Rings.
Rings and things.
You're not getting into that, Ricky.
It's too earliness. Let it ride.
Yeah, I'll be ready, let's see.
Someone's gonna be a big fucking winner here. 20. Oh man, I'm not throwing a fucking 20.
I'll raise a 20.
Here, I'm throwing a fucking Rice Krispies. I'm not giving up a 20.
Oh, I love those.
All right. Where are we at?
Okay, what about Billy? I'm gonna say something like, I bet you it was like some kind of accounting scam, or he's pretty smart, so I don't think it was like,
Oh, you mean like a white collar crime?
I'm gonna say white collar crime.
Who's fucking priest?
No, he's not, that's what white collar means like a, not, yes, priests have white collars, but I mean like a
So you
bank.
gonna be a priest?
Don't blink, it's blink. Welcome to the computer show. Oh, visiting Wolves are having a wonderful day on this I'm a bit drunk, I'll be honest. Yeah, we're a bit tipsy. Because we went to my father's house and we had a Easter supper. I was really like, I'm a bit drunk. So apart from that, to be the best talk, right? It'll be harder to wake up to work out. But feeling a lot better. Feeling a lot better. Now tomorrow we're starting to take off. The life will be back on Monday. We will be back on Monday. So feeling a lot better. Super good. To be honest. Oh, I forgot to take the notes for the topic of the day. I'm a bit tipsy, guys. I'll be completely honest. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. So debate, and I was second one. I forgot the second one already. Okay. So there's another one. The debate. The tower. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, feels good. We ate like kings. I thought it was like, hey, come over. But I was really worried I was going to be the party pooper. You know? The guy was not fun to be around because it's been too long. It was really nice to see the family. They're getting older, you know? Most of them are retired. I don't want to be a dick, but most of them, they don't have like another 10 years, you know? I don't know, but yeah, they're getting up in age, most of them. And it's nice. I wasn't sure I was going to come, but then my father was insisting, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go. Because again, I wasn't super, I have a hard time filming videos. That's like it to myself, imagine that to other people. But when there, did a lot of listening. It was really nice. The food was amazing. I had a fucking pig. Alcohol was flowing. I think when we were 9, I think we had 4 bottles of them. Some of them drank beer, so we drank a lot. So it was fun. It was really fun. I came there, it was 5:30, and I left, it was 9:30, which is pretty good. So feeling a lot better. Now, of course, I'm worried that it's going to be a case of, well, you're only feeling good because you're tipsy. It's you know, it's your problems are a bit less. I don't know. Maybe your feelings, and then when you'll be tomorrow gonna be the same. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have a super nice morning. It's gonna be helpful. I've been trying to sleep at like 4. Look at 6:30. We'll be fine. We'll be super fine. We're watching Shipwreck Boys podcast, not podcast, but World of Jail series. Now tonight I'm a bit more talkative. Oh, I remember. Yeah, good. I remember. I'm a bit more talkative, a lot more talkative, to be honest. But I'm still gonna talk a lot for a very simple reason. Simple reason being, tower. Simple reason being, this is kind of like a forced break. When I do take breaks, which is gonna be another good topic for a video. When I do take breaks, it's there's always a reason for that. It's always forced and everything breaks. And itself, so I kind of want to take a break. A real break, like not oh. You know, we begin a break, stop filming, right? So we haven't filmed a lot. We filmed each one, but that's it. Which I have a really nice one. So we're here. Then what's happening is we're not really talking. But then because we're doing the workout, and I really want to for it to work, we do it every single day. So I think it is break, but we're still being physically active. So not really break. Gotcha, my boys. They released a jail series for free.
I can tell you again.
2 days ago. I think it's 2 years ago. I don't remember. Ooh, at my father's house, we ate so much. We had seafood lasagna. I tell you something good. It was good. It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, that we had salad. Nice little garlic bread. Dessert, we had a maple syrup ice cream with a something called Paris Somar, which is basically a cake. You take that cake, and yeah, you take that cake. What you end up doing is you just complicate it. It's really nice. You put some maple sugar on top of it. So what you're gonna have is a cake. Okay, you know what? Swap that. You know, you ever had a creme brulee? So creme brulee is gonna be cream, and you put sugar on top and you burn the sugar. The same thing with maple syrup. So your crust is extremely hard, but then your bottom is extremely moist. So it's really nice. I usually eat it with a mash of maple syrup. So maple syrup, but a bit of uncooked, well, not really uncooked, but almost undercooked. It's good. I like it, but I hate like a pig. It's still early, it's like 9:30. So that's my girl. Said she's okay, because she hasn't been talking like, she's good. One of my old company that I was working at burned. It's not burned down, it's burned. We're there for a couple of years.
Yeah. Where's crispy cheers?
It's a really nice workplace. 6. I worked there about 10 years ago. It was my very first workshop job. It was kind of something. Working in a workshop is fun. Very different. We're talking about how we're getting older, right? The last of the Mohican, which was my uncle, Ashley, retired a month ago. And he was last of the, well, not my mom, she's still working, but she's thinking about retiring, you know? And now, next to everybody is retired. Which is 60, 65, you know? It shows. It really shows. Should we try? My friend, I'm gonna fall. I'm not drunk, I'm tipsy. When I'm drunk,
Nice adventure. I don't know why. Now, did 2 in a row. It overeats. So what I'm doing now is I'm playing power. At the same time, you know? So I kind of want to watch this. I usually don't care about what I'm watching. Like yesterday, we're watching, yesterday we watched a good movie, Frank, with Jamie Statham.
I put 15 grams of mushrooms in that fucking birthday cake. This is going to bust. This is great. Are you fucking crazy? This thing off slow, man. Oh my god, Ricky, I gotta go. Oh my god. Stop it. Promise me home. Ricky. Oh my god. Les. Hello. Les. No, I don't want to be on the camera. I'm dealing with something. That's what I'm talking about. No, I prefer to just be alone, please. Good throw, dude. I know it's like you got your hand. Oh my god. I've been through this before, so I just need to all I need to do is escape my legs.
I have to see it. I'm addicted to a different way. And this is all things I didn't see.
Why would I put that into the door?
The problem with this, different boys are pretty generous when it comes to the pretty generous when it comes to free stuff, but they're also not that generous, right? For example, you can listen to the podcast on my tower, Lakeshore, but only till 52. After 52, which is on the YouTube, they'll play the walls. It's not really copyright, another copy playing. It's sharing the game from it. Yeah, it's not really copyright anymore. I'm sweating this. Ooh, I'm fun. Amen. I'm not drunk. What is it? It's odd because you don't drink it, right? You don't drink it. Oh. So you don't really know your. You don't know your limit, you know? You don't know your limit. And it's more so a case of. What did I? You know your limits. Or you don't know when you're drunk. See? We did the whole thing. The 3 tournaments. And that's what we did. Funny, come on. Come on, bro. Yes. He came back, so. I don't know. You know. Is it too hot? Let's see. Good. I'd have the door open.
Well, pretty much, I'll just enjoy my privacy tonight. Hopefully, you know, once I lose a pound or two, I can win my way back out. Fuck's sakes. The good news is I fucking have a little high hold today, although I hold it. The bad news is I ain't really that free. So yeah, it's been a week and a half for fucking stuff. Sheesh. I had a panic and thought maybe I was going to die. And like, I don't know where to see what after I came up to me. Like, I think I was like, kickstarted my heart on the final beat. Oh, no, I'm down there.
Fuck's warm. My pocket's warm. There's a nice I was the only one there. We call the air. And they kept mentioning it. Like, oh, yo, you think you're my mom. Like a fucking. Hello? What is it, the Targaryen? Targaryen? Like, again. Warm, dude. Warm as fuck. I don't feel like working out. Yeah, because we work out. Oh. Let's take the notes. Yeah, I feel like working out, guys. So. What was that video?
Yeah, no, like, no, Ricky, he can just eat his hash as much as he wants. Like, that's how I know it's like part Ricky, because like, he just like tolerances me the fuck out there. So I gotta kind of keep it on the low down, because there's a lot of fucking assholes here. Seriously shaking me just have a pet like that, you know, like, they have a lot of pets in jail, so I usually don't bring them out until like everyone's in the yard, you know, and then I'll kind of like creep around him.
I don't feel like what's out there.
Ricky, everyone knows safe.
I don't feel like it.
Weird.
Working out with you guys, without you guys, weird.
You should just go with it up.
You know the tennis. We'll push you to get weights. And then we'll party. I want to do another video. Frank? What's the other video?
Okay, let's go. know, all those expressions like, you know, where they're home or when you wear your plant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, bottom line is, really Ricky needs a focus on the fucking race.
Guys, thanks for coming to SSB, City Sectional Practices. Very near and dear to my heart. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. It's very unfortunate that when you guys leave here, you have a very high chance of either contracting an STD or getting some man or woman pregnant, right? When I was a young fella, we used to party our butts off all the time, drink and we were up all night. There was all kinds of relations with all kinds of peoples, and there was no protection being used. If I could take the time back, I would have protected myself. It wasn't talked about back then. Now, our job here is to rehabilitate these men in this institution, and they've got to be prepared for the real world that's dangerous out there. I'm just going to do a little demonstration here on this banana. This is called a condom or rubber. You've never seen one of these, but you just got to slide it on. I'll show you how. You just got to get a good grip on your pecker, and you put it on the top like this, you see? You squeeze the air of it. You roll it down. It's nice and slow. I don't enjoy it one bit. It's part of my job, okay? And it's a dirty aspect of the job that someone's got to do. I'll tell you. I do it with pride and passion. Right? And you count washroom stalls, the malls, you talk the campgrounds, you talk about all the places I met. They're beautiful people, and just, you know, you can't help it when you're young. It's the passion side of you. And I just had many encounters and honest encounters, which I wish I could take back, but that's what happens when you're young and full of piss and vinegar. You're going for it. Anyway, see, damn it. These bananas never work. Okay. We're all buddies here, so I'm going to share a little something with you. I haven't had anything that I couldn't get rid of. You know, a little bit of help from my doctor and some meds. Clear everything up, nothing too serious, but we've all had that happen to us, you know, like 3 or 4 minor issues. This really gets done. And the ticket sack is much more effective. I think everyone's familiar with crabs and chlamydia, things like that, sort of minor, but then there's some major things on the counter, you know, syphilis, gonorrhea, sort of itchy things that half of your mind, you know, makes you really get the fuck your wife, 19 of us, we're always naked. There's game changers, everyone's like,
She's gonna regret it. Feel stop now.
so it's no big deal to them. And if I have to, you know, get myself standing straight up and put one of those things on, they see it all the time, and it's just, you know, just like in war with the military.
I think it's more than motivation. I think it's
close to the real thing as you can.
just, you know,
Anything else?
boredom, I guess.
Okay, now hold on.
I have to focus on here versus here. Like when you're working out, it's the reason why you don't care to put off, right? If you're in here. They're therapeutic after it. You say second state to get there, but still get there.
Come on up, and you guys want to have a look, or if you want to, here, anyone want to come up and give it a try? And get a good grip on it. Come on. You know, I think today was a huge success. The guys all, it's a hands-on experience, and I was a little surprised just how quick they were to jump into the fray, but there's a lot of excitement and energy, and everyone got involved, and was helping each other out. Man, we're normally at each other's throats, giving each other a helping hand, which
Nice.
to see that level of cooperation, and listen, it was a huge success. What a great day.
Yeah, I got to keep doing Ricky and you're going to so
I didn't hear that.
Trap door. We made it out, then like, you see nothing that he says, we're going to away from it.
and they actually got like,
Fucking torture. But you put yourself through torture. You know? So it's not that you don't want to do it. At the same time, this is your way of doing things, I guess. I want to do this, but I have to do this. I don't want to do this, but I have to, so I'm doing this. That shit. You know what I mean? Kind of forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do.
There's a filter. The entrance, Ricky, what do you want there?
That's why.
Are you serious? Okay. You're fucking shit mobile. I don't know, that's a little tricky. Let me see. Oh, you gave me a little quiver when you're feeling emotions. It's okay, bud. Yeah, I know there's no doors. I know. I fucking know. Okay, you want to like T, little, apostrophe, little, and then I'll put over here for good measure. Fuck off, okay? Oh, yeah, here, load. Shred it. It's bigger too. You could like fit the whole family in there. No, I won't be able to do that with you. Cool your tits. In you go. There you go, there, Ricky. Now watch this. Close it up. You feel secure, bud? Safe and sound? Then I'll do the 4th fold. There you go. There, another. Hey, bud. You're home, sweet. Walking home, Ricky. Now watch this. I'll fucking airlift you out of here. Better than your own personal helicopter, buddy. Fucking right on. Smokes, let's go. Well, me and Ricky are like thick as thieves as usual, so you know I'm gonna do what it takes to keep him hidden. Like I'm never gonna let him go hell or high water. Ricky's my buddy, you know. Like I'll protect him till the end, till death do us part. We're pretty much married. Oh, you want some more hash? You love your hash. I can't fucking believe it. You're Ricky. Oh, you're gobbling it right up, eh?
Hey.
Oh, holy fuck. You hash me. Go, Ricky. Come down here. Fuck off. Fuck, I knew it was too good to be true. Ricky, you gotta come on, buddy. Come on, pal. We gotta go. Go, Ricky, go. Go, be free. Yeah. Yeah, so Ricky had to go, you know, it's just the way it is. Like, the guards were on to us, and it was either him or me, so to speak, so I sent him off. And
It's too loud.
I don't even mind, you know what I mean? Like, of all the non-human rats I ever met, he was the least ratty. Whatever, though.
The TV was loud. Am I supposed to know?
What's going on, man? It's got my fucking infirmary. Didn't go good. No, good. I got some fucking horrible fucking news, man. What's the fucking motive?
If you came,
I got all those exams way down here.
You'll hear
No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
you'll hear the,
Fuck.
what's it called?
We
You'll
can't
hear
jail as fast as I could once Ricky called me. I mean,
Jingle.
can't imagine what he's going through. This is a day that I always thought, you know, could come someday, but I just hoped it wouldn't. But it looks like it's here, so all I can do is
You're doing. Stop
as
complaining.
support as I can. I just gotta be braced.
The same kind of we did the last 2 days. We did it today and tomorrow. Like on Monday. And Tuesday we're back. Keep going.
Hey, Ricky. I know, Ricky, I know. I'm trying to get ready for it, so I think the best thing to do is just back at me with it.
Ouch.
Ricky? What are you talking about? I thought you were fucking gonna tell me you were gonna answer that, Ricky. What do you mean you're shrinking to death? This is the news?
It's so easy to watch content versus doing it, you know.
Well,
I'm tired of this.
you would be able to smoke dope. I think you're gonna shrink to the size of a fucking Ricky, Julian, did you know that well, okay, Ricky, just back the fuck up here. Why do you think you're shrinking in the first place? Well, that's all it is. It's just that you got measured. But Ricky, maybe they just wrote down on the first time. The fucking measure tape, but you don't prove that you're shrinking. Oh, Ricky, you're not gonna worry about this. You're probably retaining your same smart. So your biggest worry is that you're going to be the size of an egg. You won't be able to smoke a joint. Ricky, if you became an egg and you retained all your fucking knowledge, you would be able to get out of it because I would won't smoke it. Or I'd give you a little joint out of the place and let you just fucking buzz. This is really how you got me down here. I'll fucking drive down here, and almost fucking shit myself in the taxi. I'm adrenaline, fucking body down, and now you tell me a word, you're going to turn into a fucking squirrel in an egg. Ricky, you could just told me on the phone and I could have straightened it out for you and not the thing all this way.
This is not. Finish that away.
You're not.
Wait, a bit more, okay?
Ricky, say you maybe somehow just shrank a tiny bit. Just maybe from fucking dehydration or something. I don't know. Maybe you shrank. Even if you did, you're not going to shrink to the size of a fucking squirrel. Nobody's ever done that in history, man.
And we're back. Let's play from the tower as we film some video. Because why not coconut? Let's go. It's cold outside. We're of course going to be filming the... We're of course going to be filming the weather. There you go. Dragonave de l'amour. Une chanson naïve. Ooh, guess what? We can do the tournament. We got our results. Yeah, yesterday was disgusting. Because it was like Easter, right? So the shield, we got 23 with the... Oh my god. 23 is rough. 90 stone, not great. However, this is good. This is really good. Okay, perfect. 23 champion, 20. Oof. Give me a second, guys. Don't blink, Casey Blink. Welcome to the commentary show. So we want to have a wonderful day on this Easter. We'll be filming some video outside. I want to film the nature corn. So enjoy. There you go. The sun is bright morning. Holy. Okay, we're good. We're good. So race 20 with shield. Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. Yeah. And let's see what the damage with this sword. Oops. Oh, yeah. Let's just see how much we made with the sword.
Don't blink, it's a blink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Today we're having a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025. We're starting the day with a tower talk because they did an 8 tower Easter event. So when I talk about the tower during Easter, so we have a couple of videos to upload. So we'll be fixing that right away. As you can see, we're gonna be working on this. So videos on Twitch, right? And we'll be putting them on TikTok and on. Perfect. I got till the 19th of May, right? Did they tell me that I have till the 19th of May? Man, 190 hours out of 800. We started at 700 something. So the tower on this 20th April 2025, it's not going well, guys. If I'm being completely honest, it's not going well at all. We're in a position where we do feel like we're reaching a standstill, right? Now, ultimately speaking, what I didn't think about playing the tree playthrough together, right? Was they're going to be dependent on each other. So, for example, right, I don't mind having. I used to not mind having some huge progress on the crown and not so much on the shield, sword and shield. It didn't really bother me because at the end of the day, it was all about like, hey, we're still moving forward. But now all three of them are kind of like a standstill, like I said. And now it's a great situation because again, it means that we've done a lot of the things that we were able to do. It's not a pay-to-win gaming, right? However, we're spending a lot less than we used to spend. We used to buy the Power Stone pack. We used to buy a lot of stuff. Now we're not buying this as much. We're still buying of course, and I think of course, we're still buying, of course, the event pass because right now it's really worth it. So of course it's gonna be something we're aiming towards. But apart from that, we're not spending anything, which is possibly good. However, it showed yesterday in the tournament we were not able to get Lovebirds. We were not able to get a good ranking in any of the three. So now because of the standstill, it's good because we've been playing the tower for so long. We have so many parts, so it's good that we're taking not necessarily a little break from the tower. I'm the kind of guy that's gonna take a break when needed, right? So it's really like, hey, guess what? You cannot do anything about it. For example, right now what we're trying to do is get as far as possible. But at the same time, I'm gonna be in a position where I'm gonna be starting to stream real soon. Like I said, I'm doing the clips right now. Because we're doing the clips right now, we're gonna be finished with that. We've got 90 hours left, which is about 10 days. Oh, dude, you didn't do it. I didn't record for. Okay, well, it's about 3 minutes, no problem. So yeah, so thank God I checked because the sun blocked the screen. Well, most of the screen, so I can't see. I don't see the tower right now. I'm gonna be streaming, hitting the tower. So I think what I'm gonna do is either today or tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a playthrough of the higher level to get some of these. Because right now we're focusing a lot on the attack and defense. So defense for shield and attack for swords, right? On the crown. Once again, we're in a position where we're focusing on finishing. So I'm going to be looking at ultimate weapon. I'm going to be looking at things that I'm almost done with. So we've talked about that before, right? We did mention that before. My apologies, that was disgusting. But it's tough because the first choices were there. Now we're finally in a bracket where we're making a lot of coins. We're making a shit ton of coins. However, even then, I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, well, we're still making a shit ton of coins, but what am I supposed to do? So for example, I mentioned bracket is. There's bracket to how much you can do. So for example, the small bracket, you'll be able to increase your stats. Then you can start working on your ultimate weapon, right? Now, the funny part with the ultimate weapon, and I mentioned the ultimate weapon a lot, because that's one of my favorite thing of the game, right? But the funny thing with that is some of these are super cheap. Like with the crown, you work on a smart missile, right? But the mentality, you see, right now how do I put this for the tower? The mentality of reaching a standstill. Why did we reach a standstill? Well, I think that because, just being honest over here, but when we did the crown playthrough, there was never any inkling or thoughts of, well, I'm gonna do 3 playthrough, right? Even true story. My mom, so it is. I don't know what date it is. Not today, but I start the shield playthrough because I started the shield playthrough because on the crown playthrough, I feel like we started very offensive. I want to see like, hey, how do we do defensively, right? So we start that, right? Now because we start that, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That is so freaking cool. And then my mom the same day, she called me and she said, hey, I have a tablet for you. Do you want? I'm not using it, right? And she gave me the tablet, right? And the day after, I'm like, you know what? I should do, and I had this idea of making a playthrough for sword and shield, right? But I didn't plan. I may have never doing 3 playthrough. I felt mostly happy. But what I'm noticing right now, and it's kind of like a bad thing, but not necessarily being a bad thing, is I'm in a position where I'm constantly wanting them to be sort of equal or a little equal, right? And that is
that is very troublesome. That is very troublesome in ways that you're okay. So you're like, well, Shield is doing a lot better, right? But at first, Swerve was doing a lot better. Now I do have a slight preference for Shield, and I did mention this before. Now this slight preference for Shield is actually super simple to understand. This preference for Shield is because Shield is so much different, right? There's a lot of memories of playing Tower a lot. Like I told you guys, the Tower actually really helped out. I was having a depression, and in the first month, well, not the first month, but very early on in the Tower, we played we played the whole day, and we watched both. What did we watch? We watched Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Yeah, two great shows, by the way. Two great shows. There was still a case of we're actively playing, and I remember. I feel like it's very different. Now, don't worry. It sounds like I'm gonna start a street playthrough. I'm not. Don't worry. That's not what I'm telling you guys. However, you know, there was this milestone that you reach, and you reach that milestone. Like, holy shit! I'm so excited. I remember. It's a crazy story. I remember reaching for the first time 1,000 in the first wave, in the first year of the crown. And I remember it being at night, and I had to go see my father the next day. I was like, holy shit, that is so freaking cool. That is so cool. And of course, we got the results. And then I don't remember reaching 1,000 here and 1,000 here. I don't remember that. Now, ultimately speaking, I'm excited because, oh shit. Y'a pas de bobette quand on aura de l'amour, de l'air fraîché. See? For 6 minutes. Ce sera. For 6 minutes, the recording stopped. The gameplay stopped, right? Which kind of sucks, but hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in post-production. Perfect. We're gonna make it easier to figure it out. So, of course, there's I think it's complex because the tree playthrough was a pleasure. The tree playthrough is still a pleasure. They're a bit less of a pleasure right now. And again, the results are simple. We were reaching a milestone, and even then, it's gonna be crazy because, ultimately speaking, and again, this is inside 2020, right? When you watch this, you're like, okay, well, didn't think about that, didn't think about this, didn't think about this and that, right? But there's something gonna happen. Eventually speaking, the shield's gonna be as strong as the crown, and the sword's gonna be as strong as the crown. The crown is very strong, right? The problem with the crown is it's a bit of a mixed match. So you're kind of working on everything, but you're not exceeding at something, right? I can remember the last time we focused on. I can remember the last time we focused on the module, right? However, we're 1 square away. No, we're at 2 squares. How many do I have? I have 20. We're 1 square away from 21, which is the maximum, right? And once we have the maximum, we'll be able to do anything that we want by module and shit like that. That's gonna be a big help. It's gonna be a huge help. We already figured out what I want for the module, right? So for shield, it's easy. I want to go for the landmine module and the sword. We're gonna go for something along the lines of more range because again the sword has the most range of the tree playthrough, really whopping 194 and 65. Plus we're increasing it. We're at level 62 of range. 62. Which is better than both playthroughs. That's what I'm talking about the crown, right? But then even then, when it's gonna be at the same level, I'm gonna want all 3 playthroughs to be sort of the same level, sort of a similar story. It'll be tough because I don't think it's possible. However, if I don't know if you guys understand that, it's really hard to understand. But even then, we have 1,000 hours on the tower, right? Now, technically speaking, the tower is possibly, and when I say possibly, it is, well, is it? Or is it in Fortnite? There are 2 games that put the most money in. Right now, I'm not looking for a ROE or return of investment because I think if you think like that, you're not gonna go far, right? Because it's all relative, right? For example, you spend $1,000 in a game, right? The $1,000 was spent over 4 years, right? Right? Now the problem with that is 2 or 3 years of that the $1,000 there's inflation, so it doesn't have the same value. So even if you're making the same money, or you remake your money, it's not the same because it's less value. So you remake your investment, but the value of the investment got lower. Make sense? Hopefully. So yeah, for the first time in a while, we're at a standstill, and I'm not too sure as to what we're gonna do with that standstill. In the perfect world, we're fixing it. But then, right now we're in this shitty position of we're just gonna be working until we get a 21 and a 21 diamond for the cards, right? Now we're super lucky because every single event has been about getting 80 cards. Now most of the playthrough, I'm next to done. I think I have like maybe 3 events where I'm gonna need to buy cards. And then we'll max them out. But then at the same time, 3 events is a month and a half. They might release a 22nd card. Or, I don't know, because last time they released was Nuke. And Nuke is old. Nuke is when they introduced cinematics, so 25. Now 26 in the guild. 25 was that. So yeah, 25 was not that great of a update. The guild is still a work in progress. My guild is doing well. Even the Guardian had that way to explore more. For the moment, the Guardian is actually quite bare minimum. So we got 2 chips. I don't know how many able to increase it. We have a steel chip that I'm not using. We should be having more. See, I think for the AFK would be better. Right? For the AFK would be a lot better. Would be a lot better than what we have. But then again, are we willing to take a risk and increasing something that we don't know? No. I have a guild that is able to tell me, hey, this is good or this is not good. So I'll be waiting for them. So yeah. that's pretty much it. For the first time in a while, we're facing like a wall, right? And we have to fix things, and we have to figure out what we're doing to get out of that wall or get out of this like cage, right? And we'll see. I have to take a couple of days, like at least a week, right, of only playing the tower and playing it for a shit of time, trying to figure out what's next, trying to make a to-do list for what's next for crown, what's next for shield, what's next for sword. I don't know when I'm gonna be doing that, but I think I'm gonna be doing that. But then at the same time, we're gonna plan this. But then by planning this, like for example, we've been playing the game Sword and Shield for 9 months, right? And I know this is the second month what model I want, right? So you're planning in advance, and I think we're planning too far ahead. So we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't link if you're playing. Welcome to the commentary show. So you want to have a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025. Just want to do a quick happy Easter to everybody. I know if there's not the Easter for the Roman calendar. I usually would do a hey, what's it mean for you? Easter. The reality is, Easter is really. I would always do like, hey, what does this oddly mean to you? Easter is super simple actually. It was hunting chocolate eggs. I don't remember if I did good. I don't remember if I didn't do good. It was going to my uncle's house because he was wealthy. It was meeting the bunny, but even the bunny to me felt weird. Santa Claus, I could kind of believe in it, but even at a young age, my father was like, "Yo, Santa Claus is bullshit. The Tooth Fairy is bullshit." Right? So a giant bunny didn't make a lot of sense. So there was not a lot of magic, but however. It was a really cool time. Like my mom, she take it super seriously Easter because it's a religious holiday, right? My father's a bit less, but my mom, it's really important for her. So even though for me, I just want to see my parents happy. I want to see my mom happy. If it means a lot to her, it means a lot to her. I'm going to embrace that it means a lot to her. For me, does Easter mean a lot? Not really. However, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice because, like I said, I didn't have really a lot of story for Easter. But then I was working with the Romanians. The Romanians are very, very religious, right? Well, most of them Orthodox, and Easter was such a big thing for them that it's big for a lot of people that are close to me, right? And then it's a system of belief. They believe that it's important. They believe that that's not important. And then it really doesn't matter because I don't know if people are happy. Then who cares, right? So that's why instead of doing a long ass video where I tell you, hey, this is what Easter means to me, we're still gonna do a video on what is Easter, what is the story behind Easter. Because I didn't do it. But however, I just want to do a quick short to say happy Easter. Know that I love you, that you might not see you guys soon. Take it easy. No, but the word that is. See, what the heck? You're being way too warm. You're being way too warm. Wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna put you back. Okay, let's go. Don't link if you're playing Cool.com. The video will come down in the show. If you want to have a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025, happy Easter. Today we'll be talking about something that's kind of cool. We'll be talking about how the last couple of workouts were very different. So if you guys know, we started last month, we started a weight loss journey, and we've been dealing with some shit. We've been dealing with a situation with the government. So I haven't filmed TikTok live. However, we're still doing some workouts, and I gotta say, without you guys, the workouts are catastrophic. I'm bored. I'm boring. I feel boring. It's a different story. But at the same time, it's nice to see how much the social aspect of it's changing. I always talk about how working out was super important to me when I was in the apartment. The reality was there wasn't a lot of things for me to do. I always talk about how it was important when I was younger. I couldn't play a lot of video games, right? And I still love working out. I still really like working out. And it's funny because last week we did and it is actually funny because last week we did a video on how it changed my mental health for the better. Right now I'm saying that without you guys, it's not as fun. It's actually kind of boring. It's actually kind of arduous. But I think that it means a lot. Like I remember the other time for me to work out with friends was at school, after school, right? My apologies. So the social aspect of it is so important. I remember Grayson, I remember Andrew, I remember Provo going in and working out with me, and just a blessing. It's just so cool, and it's just so cool that you're working out, and it's the even the content in it. I have to say it was a bit weird. I was working out and people say, hey, I'm gonna work out with you. And in my mind I'm like, okay, well, seeing somebody work out brings you the motivation to work out. And then I remember in the olden days where people would watch DVDs of workout and follow the workout, right? And then it kind of gets more social aspect. And the reality is I never really saw working out as a social aspect. I saw working out as an activity. I saw working out as a way to better yourself, right? So it was always this I wouldn't say individual thing, but I wouldn't say social thing either. Far from it, right? It's just, I don't know. It's so special to think about as a social thing, right? And of course, when you think about social, think about your friends saying, hey, do one more, do heavier, you can do it. Think about moral support. But the actual intellectual support is insane. Like, for example, I've been working out the 3 days. And of course, the 3 days that we've been working out, they're doing good, right? I'm doing a lot better. But the 3 days that we've been working out, they were hard days because, again, you guys know what happened with the government, you guys got fucked over by my last company, right? And still dealing with the repercussion or the fallout of it, drinking. So of course it's problematic, right? It is problematic. But at the very same time, it's actually kind of nice because it makes me realize how much I need you guys for that, right? And it's what I'm saying kind of nice because we just did a video on how I hated the fact that I had this governmental debt, right? And because we had this debt, I needed to help, and I didn't like asking for help, right? But then for a workout, right? I'm like, okay, well, I love being with you guys when I work out. But then with the workout, it's actually quite quite curious, the mentality behind it, the ideology behind it. So we're doing a workout together, right? Where there's a direct cosmo effect. So we're doing a workout together and people are like, yo, I'm gonna work out too, right? So I can see that. It's more so psychological than material, which is crazy to say because you're building up your body and you're basically lifting weight. So it should be material, right? But it's not, it's mental, right? And this is why it's affecting me in the best manner. And I'm telling you guys, so maybe because I was in a bad mood. Today we're in a great mood because yesterday, well, okay, today, my day is almost finished. My day is started at 3 p.m. yesterday. It's 8 o'clock right now, a.m., right? So yes, it's completely different. However, there's the fact that we weren't doing so good, and I saw my parents yesterday, well, my father, right? And it just felt good. It just felt good to be seeing some people and to be socializing and talking to people. It was just a pleasure. But even then, I was like, dude, I do not want to work out. I don't want to work out. And it's crazy because the fact that you don't want to work out, you initially think that, okay, well, you're not motivated, right? But then you're like, no, we're having the result. I'm motivated. And then you realize that it's kind of boring, right? But why is it boring? Why is it more boring than something else? I cannot film the nature corn. What the heck? This is so messed up. I want to film the nature corn, guys. Tant qu'on aura de l'amour. Depuis quatre murs, ce sera. And of course, my reaction is shit. But, at the same time, right? This reaction being provoked by a, I wouldn't say traumatic event, but you know, it's how can I say that without sounding like an asshole? The original shock. Okay, you know what? Oh, perfect. More fear than armor. My kids like, I owe $20,000, absolutely. But we're gonna use the idea that we owe that money versus holy shit, what happened? You know, it's completely different. It is completely different. And the sensation of, I was talking about, it's funny because we were talking about this, I think it was before yesterday, and the fact that you brief, so how did I react with the situation? And I was like, okay, well, there's denial, denial, anger, bargaining, lethargy, and acceptance, right? So we went through this, right now it's more so acceptance. I'm still pissed, because again, it's a state of grief, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't matter how I react, I have to fix this. Me being pissed is not going to change anything. Me being, thinking about it as an injustice is not going to fix anything, right? Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, I'm going to go with my fathers to the office and see if I can fix it, but I don't think I can. We're still going to put in the effort to fix it, but I don't think I can. So that being said, when I had my first workout, it was not life. That's where we're going with this. It felt bad, but not to the degree of, fuck you, I'll never work out again. Right? The second day, I was still pissed. The second day was very different because the second day, we were listening to the electoral debate. The electoral debate for the election that's coming up, the 28th of April, which is in 8 days. It was different, right? And then, okay, well, this was entertaining. And I felt very complaining, right? But this complaining, okay, so, wow, we're really diving in today. We're really going deep. I feel like this complaining, this dissatisfaction, right, was quite normal. Was quite normal in the sense of, well, I'm not happy about the situation, but I was raised in a household where everybody was complaining about the election, about politics, right? So I used a predetermined or a preconceived notion of that's something you have to complain about. So when you're raised about, for example, right, your father is, or your mom is very conservative, right? And you tend to be conservative. If you're, okay, let's say your dad is more conservative and your mom is more liberal, right? So you're going to be tending to be like, okay, well, my father is right or my mom is right, and that's why I'm going to be voting in this direction, right? Then in both cases, my mom didn't really talk about politics, and my father, my mom didn't talk about politics because it was, once again, more so a case of my father being a big talker, right? Big talker. So when you have, you live with someone that's extremely opinionated, right? Then you're extremely opinionated and extremely talkative. Then not that your opinion don't matter, but you learn that, okay, well, this person is going to talk about their opinion for an hour. I'm going to talk about it for 10 minutes. Does it mean that my perception of politics is less important? No, it's different. It's just different. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's make sure that's more stubborn in nature. So that's that. My mom didn't really think about politics. And I think it's because I don't talk about it so much. Okay, I'm done with it, right? So I was raised by complaining about it, right? So the first day, I was shocked. I don't know how to react. The first day, we're in the middle of the fashion grief, right? Just told you that. Second day, we're complaining about the politics. Now, yesterday was a very, very special day. It was a very, very, very special day. I had a great night. So we went to my father's house. We had an Easter supper. It was delicious. We had a seafood lasagna, which was really good. We had a beautiful dessert and a good conversation. I saw uncle and aunts that I didn't see in decades, literal decades, right? So it's really nice. But at the same time, it's kind of sad. Kind of sad because I didn't have anything to complain about. So your perception of, well, my life is shitty is, or my situation, let's say my situation, because my life is pretty good. My situation is shitty. Gets replaced with, I just had a good night. Why can I not be happy, right? And then you're working out. And then, I think you're working out. I don't think I'm unhappy working out. But it's normal to be chasing a feeling of ecstasy, right? Or a sort of orgasmic situation. For example, when I'm talking to you guys, I'm working out, I'm talking to you guys, right? We're talking to you guys for an hour, right? And the funniest thing is, it doesn't seem like a lot, but this is basically one of my only interactions for the day, right? So yes, that hour is super beneficial, right? Or in the complete opposite way, which also works for working out. You've been extremely social, so you get used to being social, right? When you get used to being social, you crave it, right? Versus you forgot what it is to be social, so you don't crave it, right? Your body's gonna be self-defending. So when you're gonna be isolating yourself, your body or your brain or your psyche will create a system of coping. The system of coping is gonna be like, okay, well, I don't like being alone, I need to be surrounded with people, but since I don't have people around me, I'm gonna perceive this situation as it's gonna be alone, right? Versus, well, I was with someone before yesterday, and I don't have anybody today, and it feels weird, right? Your body didn't have the time to adjust to the lack of social. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, you see with the training also, the training for a lot of people, myself included, is a very therapeutic thing. So I think that without you guys, it's more so. With you guys, it's more so we're working out together, we're improving ourselves, improving life, we're having fun. Working out alone, it's more so I'm thinking about it, I'm working on it, and again, the mental state is not that great right now because of the issue with the government. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, we get in there, and I think it's important to be in there when it's not going well, right? Because I was talking about, you know what? I don't want to ask people for help. I don't want to ask people for help. And yesterday, I was in a position where I was able to be, because at my talk, I was in a good mood because of the supper in the evening. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna have a great workout, but then I couldn't do it, and I felt I was forcing myself to do it, right? And also, speaking, forcing myself to do it is actually quite nice because when you force yourself to do something, you're gonna go to work, right? And you're gonna have to do something you never want to do, right? And your boss is like, yo, I need to do this. if you used to do things that you don't want to do, it's not as hard as if you're not used to it, right? Because it's part of life. It's part of life. If you understand that it's part of life to be doing something that you don't want to do because you need to do it, versus, well, I'm forcing myself to do it when I force myself to do it, right? And then again, it's the same thing for the workout. I'm perceiving this as a social aspect versus perceiving this as a therapeutic aspect, right? That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, right? And ultimately speaking, since yesterday, the supper elevated so many problems, which was again the social aspect of it. I don't know if you guys understand, but the last couple of days we didn't go live. We didn't post the videos, right? We filmed videos, but we didn't post. We didn't have that many social interaction, right? And I did a video where I was talking about, I had to talk with my mom, and it was so hard. It wasn't that hard. It was just my only discussion of that day, right? And because it's only my only discussion of that day, of course it feels rough. Of course, because you're like, well, okay, that's tough. That's really tough, right? That's really tough. Because if my only conversation of the day, it went horribly, right? So, yeah. And then, am I afraid of it? Oh, I'm kind of afraid of it because realizing that I had this need for social aspects. It's not a great thing. It's not a great thing because you're thinking of independence and you're throwing it out the window. Like, well, I'm pretty independent, however, I need people, right? That's not independent. You're being dependent on other people because you're depending on conversation and social aspect of conversation, right? Which is quite normal too. But then again, there's a balance to everything, right? I've spent years of my life alone, and I can honestly say that this wasn't a good thing because it didn't allow me to be social when I need it. You know, I was talking about how I was looking for a relationship, right? Well, I'm at 22 and my experience in relationship isn't that great, right? So ultimately speaking, this is a perfect example of needing someone, and not needing someone. For example, right? You have this person to say, sit in my best friend. My best friend. She had this romantic event because she was so desperate to find love that she allowed these assholes to come into her life and ruin her life, right? Versus me, it was like, okay, well, you know what? I don't need people, right? But then Celine has way more experience, has a way better understanding of what is a relationship versus what is not a relationship than me, right? Then even though those experiences were traumatic in itself, they're still experience, right? And you kind of like lived in a bunker. You lived, you know, this expression of, for example, there's this famous singer. Like, hey, who's this singer? Who's Taylor Swift, right? Like, you don't know Taylor Swift, you've been living under a rock. That's the exact same thing, right? So with the lack of social interaction, I'm realizing much further in life that there's actually consequences to it, right? So it's okay to be dependent on people. The idea of being dependent on people is scarier than the actual action, right? Once again, more fear than harm. There's more fear than harm done, right? But you don't want to be dependent on other people. But then, at the same time, maybe that's what society is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the simple fact that we live in society equates to us working together. You look at animals, right? Look at animals, and again, I'm going to be saying you're going to be looking at animals, you're going to be telling me we're not animals, we're fucking humans. Yes, but we're mammals, right? If you look at wolves, you look at dogs, you look at freaking chickens, you look at cows, right? You look at, I don't know about pigs, you look at ants, especially ants. They're all working together. They're all working together. Now, why am I specifying those creatures? Well, because so for example, the pig, the cow, the chicken. If you're a farmer, you live with them, right? So their behaviors can affect your behavior because even though they're animals, they're still social aspects, right? So, and I know this is hard to understand, but at the same time, it isn't. So you have this dog, right? And this dog is such a good dog and super affectionate, right? And you'd be happy because this dog is so affectionate with you, so you feel the love of the dog. So the direct impact of living with a dog, even though the dog doesn't talk, is akin to a social experiment or a social interaction, even though it's a dog, because there's action and reaction, right? So you do have this exchange of emotion, and it makes you more human if you want. So it is a dog, but for example, with a farmer, you would live with those, right? Now I did mention wolf are the same family as dog, right? So quite kind of similar. And ants in this way. Well, ants indeed, right? Ants indeed, because ants need. So I think personally, again, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm super wrong. I'm possibly extremely wrong. In my mind, ants are possibly the insect or the animal or the living being with this. Except for humans, you're kind of the next one and called colonies, right? So for example, you can have colonies of 1,000 ants. And yes, you have dogs and you have wolves. You have animals that are actually groups, right? And a wolf pack, or you heard a wolf pack, right? I don't think it's possible to have 8,000 animals together. And ants do it. There's the classical beehive mind, right? Which is the exact same concept, right? And you look at those animals, and for them, there's not a question of is that normal or not, right? And of course, they don't have the same understanding or the same psyche as we do. But they are victim of nature. And then the question that you ask, because they don't have the same psyche as you, is the classical question of nature versus nurture, right? By nature, they're social. By nurture, we become social. Now, what if nurture and nature was one and the same, right? What if the perceived notion of nurturing was just simply how you're supposed to be? So here's the theory, right? And again, maybe I'm crazy, but here's the theory. So if something is natural or normal, right, everyone's gonna do it, right? Because they're gonna do it. So the first generation, and we're seeing this a lot with dictatorship. All you need to do, and again, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for saying that, I don't care. All you need to do is control one generation. Right? So if you control one generation, they'll teach the next generation to act. And then the third generation will not even know that there was a dictatorship. They'll act that way because their parents were that way, and their parents were that way because their grandparents were that way, and their grandparents were that way because they've been told to be that way, right? So it becomes the new normal, right? But then at the same time, that's what happened, right? So as human beings, we evolve, right? What if nature made us social? What if nature made us act in a certain way? What if nature were saying that, again, you have in dogs, right? And I like to use dog because it's my best friend, right? In dogs, you have extremely aggressive dogs, extremely dominant dogs, right? And then you have more passive dogs. right? And that's the same thing with humans. The more aggressive, or people that get angrier faster, the more dominant species are the people that have leadership quality to them, right? And it is close to nature. So if nature is part of that system, then the nurture is a perceived notion of nature. I think I'm going to teach my kid to do that because I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do because I'm seeing other people do it, right? For example, I'm being told I swear a lot, right? So, oh, for fuck's sakes. Again, it's too hot. It's too hot. But I have to find a way because it's too hot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do. I think maybe if I put a cover, does it help? I'm not sure. I used to be able to do it. I don't understand. It's a problem. It is a big problem because I'm not able to film nature recording. You know, it's no bueno. It is no bueno. This phone is a bit cooler. So I could use this phone. This phone, the camera is shit. I don't know what to do it. And there's a ton of footage of you seeing Play Tower and filming outside. So that's what's going on. Anyway, that's not important. So with the, I've been told I swear a lot, right? So swearing is a way to express yourself, right? And then people say you swear a lot. So why swear a lot? If I do swear a lot, just a way of indicating, right? And then you're deciding, okay, well, this word can be said, and this word cannot be said, and this word is okay, and this word is not okay. So who got to dictate this, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Who decided what was a swear or not? You don't know, I don't know. It's normal, right? But then there was somebody that came in and said, you know what, that word is not good. That word was not good, right? And it's just a question of, am I understanding those words are okay, and you're understanding those words are not okay, right? So society or societal talking, those words should not be used. And because society dictates so, when you hear them, it's gonna be horrible. But if those words were normalized, right, nobody would give a shit, right? Now, am I saying that you should normalize those words? No. I'm just saying how there's some beautiful birds. I'm gonna show you. You're gorgeous, you know that? I think my phone would be better. Give me a sec, we're gonna take a picture of this. Just gonna take a picture of the bird. The bird, look at the bird. The bird is a word. Look at this bad boy. No. What's that you? Hey, no fucking. Beautiful. Good. And that's pretty much it. There you go. People go nowhere. Life is what I think. While you're busy making your excuses. Another day. Okay.
This Beyblade is basically unburstable. This is Prime Apocalypse, and in the anime, it's a menace, but in real life, it's still pretty good. You see, Prime Apocalypse is an infinite lock Beyblade, meaning unlike...
Wasted day of the wasted chance. I'm gonna read it. No,
I'm not sure what she fucked up.
Another try. Are you gonna let me down this time, guy? I don't know. Okay. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the commercial. I thought it was gonna be. You were supposed to see me playing my hair. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the commercial. Because I'm on this 28th April 2025, or as they say in the French, joyeux Pâques, happy Easter. To all my lovely people over here and over there also. Up here, I don't know how many people are seeing this video up here, and down here for sure. We're doing a special video. We're doing a video which is my reaction to Content Cop, the one that was on H3. Now, it's a very specific video. It's a very hard video to do. Because usually you would see me react to the video in itself. However, I chose to do like a sort of recap, but you know, a sort of recap and a I forgot if you will. I forgot it's possibly a super good word. The reason as to why we're doing this so differently is because I don't know IDOS. I don't know Ian. I never watched Content Cop because when it was really popular and didn't have Wi-Fi, and because I didn't have Wi-Fi, the very small amount of time that I had Wi-Fi, I was watching HGP, or my favorite show, right? So Content Cop wasn't part of it. And then I got really into iDubbbz when I saw the documentary with Sam Hyde, because again, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. I was listening to a lot of podcasts at that time, but he put me on the map of Sam Hyde. I don't know who he was. I was listening to Sam Hyde, and I'm gonna say, I do like Sam Hyde. A lot of people get mad at that. I do like Sam Hyde. A free spirit, somebody that talks what he wants, somebody that's opinionated, somebody that makes fucked up jokes, somebody that's probably not a great person to be around with, but he is himself. You gotta applaud that, right? These like fish things is off the hook. And then he made fun of Ian. And then that was my first interaction with Ian, my first perception, my first impression of Ian. And it was extremely petty from him because, oh, well, you wronged me in the past, and now I wrong you now. But you didn't really wrong me because Sam Hyde made fun of you. You know? Now, Sam Hyde didn't make... That's the difference. I feel like in this one, Ian came after Sam Hyde for personal reason, and Sam Hyde was just trying to get a show. So it's different, right? The intention behind it were pure versus revenge, vendetta. And I know with a name like Vendetta, you'd expect me to be like, yeah, it's vendetta. But no. So yeah, my first impression of Ian didn't make me want to watch a Content Cop. Again, nothing against Ian, but so then I'm a fanatic is a big word. I'm super into the Snorlax with DSP. It's my favorite lolcow. It's my favorite. I wouldn't say content creator, but it's my favorite universe for sure. Because I do like DSP, but I do like the transfers of DSP. Where am I going with this? Well, they introduced me to Kino Casino, and Kino Casino were reviewing iDubbbz, and I was like, holy shit, I don't know much about him. Let's watch a review. And they were picking up and his girlfriend, Anissa, and the thing they were doing, it wasn't cool. So I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I like this guy. And then we had the Ian and Ethan saga. Now, this is actually quite special. This is quite special because, in my opinion, I would have not watched this. Not because I don't think it's great, not because I don't think it is, but the reality is I got some really bad news a couple of days ago. We were kind of depressed, we made less content, which filmed less, which equates to us consuming more content, which means we film more, right? Makes sense, I hope so. So yeah, by doing that, I was like, hey, you know what, that's actually pretty cool. Let's watch this, this is going viral right now, let's watch it. And it felt really weird because I'm not a big fan of H3. So I listened to H3 a little bit over the years, then I got really into H3 with the Frenemy. There's a bunch of Frenemy ones that I really, there's a bunch of H3 ones that I really like their interview with Bayet, I love that. There's a lot of moments that they did that I really enjoy, but I never found myself craving for more. So for example, you're gonna have show that every time that you release an episode, you're gonna watch it, right? I don't find myself H3. If I'm watching it, I'm gonna watch it, it's gonna be fun. I'm not watching it, I'm not watching it. So for example, we watch a lot of Frenemies because it's so good. We didn't watch more than one episode of Leftover because again, it was different, right? So that being said, I'm not super partial over here, but I do like H3 a little bit more, right? Oh, I forgot that we have to upload a lot of videos. Oopsies. So I come in, and this is a problem. I don't know if my first perception of Ian influenced me to think what I was thinking, right? Or we just... I have to check out that out because I have to make sure that this is not Deadpool. If it is Deadpool, we're fucked. Keep the checks.
Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Good. We're moving on. So a lot of it, I wouldn't say I go as far as saying half of it, but a lot of it felt like it was personal. It felt like it was Higgins against Ethan, and in my understanding, but again, I do have a very general understanding of Comic Con. It's going after people for the content, right? Not the person itself. So with Ethan, it felt a little bit more personal, right? Now, again, I don't have a blueprint of what Comic Con was, so I don't know. I know people liked it a lot, and I watched it, and I'm like, dude, do I think that Ethan's the perfect person? No. I think he has a lot of flaw, absolutely. But you kind of are going after him, right? And the problem I have with that is that I didn't see, I didn't hear, maybe I'm dumb, maybe I missed out on a lot of things, I don't know. But I didn't really see a lot of beef between those two. So it felt a bit, it felt a little bit free, you know? It felt a little bit like, hey, it's his personal business. And ultimately speaking, I think the perception behind it is probably what I have with the content cop. I think that's a big problem that I have. I don't care if you have beef with someone, and we know that we love the beef, right? We love the beef, which is Wendy, where's beef, right? And to me, it's actually super nice. It's super nice because I love things like TikTok. So it's basically a modern day gladiator, right? But the thing that I thought was on TikTok, it's mutual. You're saying this, you're saying that, you're saying this, you're saying that. It felt like a sneak attack, and I feel like there's the word sneak, and I don't think sneak is a positive thing to say, right? So it really felt like, you know what? I'm gonna put in so hard. And what I didn't like about that, and again, we're all working in the spirit of fairness. We're all working in the spirit of fairness. This guy I just had time to do a hit piece on someone, and then you have Ethan who was supposed to answer. And of course you're not gonna have the best answer, right? That just felt like a tree. And after a while, I am gonna say that he was against the content, right? And I did like that. So for example, the button, the goblin mode. Holy shit, guys. Oh, he missed it. The bird was so close to us. So close. Some of the things that he said, I agree with, you know, for content. But attacking the person by himself, I didn't really feel like it. However, my issue with Ethan, it's complex because I love Hela. I want to say Hela. I love Hela. I think she stood with her man for so long, and I think that's a pretty good thing. You can see a lot of those couples that are internet couples are not gonna last. They've been lasting through controversy, right? Which is, I believe, is a huge props. It did feel a little bit like the reaction of Ethan was Hela, but then again, you would have wanted a kind of one-on-one Ethan versus Ian, but you got Hela, and then at first like, oh fuck, it doesn't seem fair. But then you're in a position where you're like, well, Ian did do a sneak attack, right? And if he's attacking H3, then it's as much Ethan as it is Hela. Yes, you're seeing Ethan on the camera, but behind the scene, you know that Hela's in charge, right? You know that she's in charge, so that's basically the boss, right? She's behind the scene and everything. Plus, everybody is talented in front of the screen, and everybody is talented and behind the scene. So they do a good team with that. So H3 representing both of them. It is only normal that she's as involved as she was, right? So my reaction is not great. Could have been better. Could have been worse. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna end it here. But I love you that you matter. I'll see you guys very soon. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, that's all. You're gonna charge a little bit. Okay. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Hopefully you all having a wonderful day on this 20th April 25. Happy Easter. I'm gonna be making a couple of videos because I feel like it. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you the sunset. The sunset's actually quite nice tonight. I'm feeling a lot better, which is a blessing. Feeling really good. So yeah, let's just switch it up. And I want you guys to notice there's like a demarcation of color in the sky, but it's not necessarily a cloud. So it's like a very thin cloud that is just thin enough, just thick enough to be seen, but not thick enough to have a form. I think it's gorgeous. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Hopefully you all having a wonderful day on this 20th, February 20th of April 2025. Happy Easter to every people out there, out here, anywhere you want to be. Like, this is the worst intro, this is the first video of the day. So of course it'll be the worst video. So today we're tasting a product, we're tasting No Name garlic sausage. So this, crazily enough, I bought a while ago. We bought it so long ago that you can see that it's it expired, and I'm gonna show you the expiration dates. 2022. It was in the freezer, so it should be more than fine. The reason why we didn't eat it is because, again, we eat junk food after junk food after junk food after junk food after junk food. So we're not really paying attention to the food that we have, which is definitely a problem. However, what I do remember with this one is we had the only, all of this was $10. When I first came to the apartment, these were a large part of the when I was eating. It was a large part of the diet, or the, yeah, diet is a good word actually. Because it was so cheap. It was so freaking cheap, and I didn't have the cash. But you know, if you still want to eat meat, and it's weird to say because you're like, okay, well, I don't have that much money, so what am I supposed to buy, right? I mean, like, okay, well, one of the first things you want to buy is meat, and I don't know why. I wish I was more of a fish guy, because if you went to Dollarama and you're broke, Dollarama does sell a lot of fish, so sardines, mussel. I know they're not fish, but they're a sea creature, right? So that would have been a better option. However, we had the sausage. So the first thing is the smell, right? Of course, you're gonna get prime meat. That's actually pretty good. I was hoping, I was imagining more so of a smell of garlic, because garlic is quite potent. You don't really smell it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a bad boy. This is a bad boy. This is a bad boy. That is so freaking good. Processed meat. I want you to imagine a hot dog, or even spam. Spam is also a really good alternative for it. Right? A nice little taste of meat. A little bit of garlic. You want it to be more garlic, but it's not too big to eat it. Or maybe just a garlic sausage. Really, really good. This is delicious. I love it. An ounce of taste. Wow. Yeah. Don't blink, it's blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. President Walter having a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025. Happy Easter. Today we're doing the final day of the mental health. There's possibly going to be some more in the future, but as you guys know, last week we had some really bad news. Took a break. When I did breaks, we're going to do a double video. We're going to do, no, shit. Okay. Feeling better starting tomorrow is going to be the title. Feeling better starting tomorrow is the title. So yeah, so, I often, well not often, well kind of often take breaks, right? And because we took a break, it was, how can I say this? It's starting really well, right? Because we just had, okay, the truth, we just had an amazing sausage, a no-name garlic sausage, and it is to die for. So, of course, it's delicious. There you go. When the focus is get some more snacks. It's just because the brain is screaming hungry. The brain is screaming hungry, so the whole brain is focusing on that you're hungry. So have a festival. So whenever we take a break, I like to have a mental health update every single couple of days. Just because I think it's important, you know. Mostly speaking, it's important to talk about how you feel, how you're feeling. You talk to a shrink, and you pay so much money, but if you talk to yourself, do the same thing, you know. You set yourself up. So today was the 4th day of this break. Once again, last time I'm going to talk about it, but I got a bill from the government, and that bill was of the amount of $13,000. I got fucked over by the company badly, where they make it seem like I quit the job versus they closed, which is not true because they did close. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. So I'm gonna try to have as much as possible a positive mindset about it. And the last couple of days was hard. On the first day, talked about we were shocked. The second day, talked about the stage of grief. The third day, I wasn't feeling well. Now we're feeling a lot better. And I'm glad to go back tomorrow. I would be coming back today. If I'm being completely honest, I would be ready to come back today. But it's Easter. It's Easter. I want people to enjoy their family, right? I want people to enjoy their family, and I don't know. We'll make another video about it, but shortly spoken, you have holidays like Christmas, like Valentine's, like, you know, and those holidays they're meant to be celebrated with a loved one, and that's amazing. But at the same time, like, not really, because yes, I want to celebrate with my loved one, but in the same case, I don't, because I have this shoulder watch. I have the shoulder watch, right? And I don't know. I was born in an era where our show had like a Easter effect to it. So it was, hey, the Easter special. So you constantly had this mentality of it's Easter. And you constantly had this mentality of let's celebrate Easter. And then you have a family home, or a family life, and you had this Easter, right? So I feel like we're kind of losing that, and that's why I didn't want to come back today. Because I want to force people to enjoy time with their family or loved one. And don't watch me online, watch people in real life, right? have a parasocial relationship with somebody other than yourself, right? Which is admittedly weird, but who gives a shit? So continuing with the mental health, we're doing a lot better. I had text from my mom this morning. Like I told you guys, we had not a really big, but kind of like a big argument. You know, like some things were said that should not be said. Something which she apologized, right? And I don't think I said things that are. I'm also guilty because yes, my mom was the one that said some messed up stuff. At the same time, my mom only acted out of she only acted out of the sadness, right? Of stress. And as a son, I should have been there to say, you know what, I don't agree with what you're saying. You know what you're saying is hurtful, but I'm your son, and even though I don't appreciate how you talk to me, I'm still gonna make the effort to make sure that you're okay, right? I did a video about it where we talk about assholes and being an asshole, which is basically we had somebody blocked us today, which is the person that always sent us videos and then promoted, and she didn't stop. She was sending me one every single day, so she blocked me. And how do I feel with the fact that she blocked me? Because I knew the person in question, right, had a problem with mental health. So as a good friend, I should have been like, hey, you know, I have to take care of you. But the reality is I don't know this person. I don't really know the person. Because I don't really know them, it's hard for me to be like, hey, let me be there for you because I don't know what you need, I don't know how you reacted, I don't know your story, I don't know what creates this, you know, so it's harder. And with my mom, I have some part of guilt in that. You see, it's a weird thing because I did talk about how I felt. Like I was not necessarily the voice of reason, but definitely the voice of balance. Like my mom was worried, me calling her. My father was constantly, hey, I'm gonna fix it. Me having to say, we're gonna calm down, let's think about it, right? Mom stress, father urgency. I'm in the middle, trying to take care of everybody. Right? And of course, the mentality of it, and take care of everybody is a great thing. But if you have the mentality of helping everybody, you're not really helping anybody because your perception of, well, I'll try to help, that's enough. Is it enough? Right? That's a real question. Did you try to help? Was it enough? In most cases, yes, because the attention counts, right? And when you have a very traumatic situation, right? And for example, right, you have a fire, right? And I'm not saying go into the fire and injure yourself, but you know the fire is pretty tame, right? There's only one piece. There's only one side of the house is on fire. There's only one room in the house that's on fire. Everybody's out, and there's a woman screaming, "My baby's in there! My baby's in there! My baby's in there!" And the first thing that you should do is call the firefighter, right? But if you can do something for the baby, right? So the general idea is, I want to help the baby, right? I have this idea of I'm trying to help, right? You call me the parents, you're calling them, and like, hey, the firefighters are gonna come, right? You're gonna be okay. That's a great thing to do, right? That's the most helpful thing you can do. Or you can ask yourself, well, I'm seeing the house, I'm saying that maybe I can do it, you know? And then you take a risk, right? But then you truly help versus, well, you were there, you were helpful, but did it really matter, right? And this is something that happened to me a lot in life, you know. I was at work, right, and because I didn't have any leadership quality to me, I was more so a follower, which was years ago. This was 2020, this was 2012, 2013, when we started working, right? The general idea was, hey, they need some help, I'm trying to help you. And people were saying, we don't need your help, we need you to work. And in mind, I was like, fuck you, I'm trying to help, I'm trying to be a good guy, you know. And they were right. Helping was great, but working was better, right? And there's only so much you can do being great. You know, sometimes I know perfection is it's unachievable, right? And I'm not saying be perfect, but just understanding, this is gonna be a long conversation, right? Just understanding, you see, this is mental health, right? So, quick side note, the better the mental health is, the better we focus, right? There's gonna be another video to do. When I take notes, give me a second. Because right now, we're coming up with ideas, right? Perfect, right? Mental health. And I forgot the last one. Of course, the concept of perfection is flawed. There's nobody that's perfect, right? But the second that you're using this as an excuse and say, hey, I got shit. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I'm dying inside. Hey, how you doing? Such a good song. The simple fact that you're saying, hey, I'll never be able to achieve perfection. So because you believe that you're never going to be able to achieve perfection, then your whole stand-up of perfection isn't proper. It's a concept that is unachievable, and because it's unachievable, you're not going to try. But there's some people that are going to try to be perfect, and even though they're failing, they're still trying, right? So this is what we're trying to talk about. Also, you can tell my mental health better, but not perfect. I think that my ideas are confused today because of mental health, but I think it's because I didn't have a great workout in a while, so that definitely doesn't help. Go back to the sheets. So with the you know, with my parents, I could have done better. I could have done more, right? And yes, I did try to help, but did I really try my best? Or I just tried not to be able to say I tried to help, right? And then in this perception, I also gave up when I saw my mom was super stressed. I was like, okay, well, let's just talk. Let her talk and let her, like, you know, let her calm herself down. Or I don't want to say let her punch that punching bag, but let her, like, exteriorize this anger, right? And with my father was like, hey, we need to fix this, and I'm gonna give up, and I'm gonna give up. And I was like, fuck. And in both cases, I complained about them. I about my father giving up, and I complained about my mom being too angry. But in the case of my dad, and of course, inside 2020, right? So inside being 2020, it's easier to come up with a solution. But when my dad actually been like, hey, we can try this. Instead of saying, why are you fucking giving up? Let's bring out some solution, possibility, where we don't have to give up, we're getting positive results, right? So for example, somebody that says, hey, I'm tired, let's go home. You're saying, we got so little to do, right? It's only something that helps, which is motivation. My mom, instead of letting her vent is actually a pretty good word. Instead of letting her vent, trying to understand where she's coming from, understand how she's feeling, you know? It's one thing to let her vent, it's another thing to say, okay, well, I understand how you feel, right? And this is how, not necessarily my reaction, but this is what I think we should do. And ultimately speaking, it's important because you are, once again, the person that's supposed to take care of your parents. I'm seeing this with aging, this is actually, with aging, I'm seeing my parents being more vulnerable, right? And the reality is they've always been vulnerable. It's just that right now I'm more aware of it, so they're more mature, but because they're weaker, you can see their body decaying. And I know this is horrible to say, but you see my mom being more fatigued, you see my father having a harder time lifting things that he used to be able to lift, you know? You're gonna have a sheet of G-Rock, you're gonna have trouble lifting it, but he used to be able to lift it, right? So you're like, okay, well, you're getting older, right? And he's gonna come sooner than later. So then, with the mental health, and I was talking about somebody that blocked me, right? And I was like, okay, well, I didn't really care that the person blocked me because we're not really close, and this person was being, how can I say that nicely? They were self-promoting. I was like, fuck, stop. And it's crazy because they blocked me, but I was thinking about blocking them. Like, I told them, please stop, right? My first thought was like, yo, I told you 3 times already. Next time I'm gonna block you, right? I said, please stop. And then her answer was, hey, I don't care how you treat me. I'm just trying to be in the For You page. You're not helping out. So, and she just blocked me. Well, if you need my help for being in the For You page, maybe the video in itself is not good enough. You know, I never was in the For You page. Well, that's not true. I'm in the For You page quite often. That's because I post so much. I post like a madman, you know. But if I wasn't in the For You page, my first thought wouldn't be like, hey, I need to be in there, or I need people to be in there. It would be like, okay, well, how can I be in there, right? And I think this is the same thing I was talking about with my parents, right? For example, my father giving up. How can I tell him not to give up? How can I motivate him not to give up, right? My mom, how can I calm her down without it being too toxic? How do I calm her down without the situation escalating? You know, that's quite important. That is super, super important because you're in a position of I can fix things versus I can't fix it. And if you can fix things, you should try to fix things, right? Super simple. So then, with the mental health, today we had a talk about me and my mom. She apologized for how she talked to me, and you know, it's so fucking nice because I don't hold grudges. I know the name of the channel is Vendetta, but I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges, you know. I don't know. I just feel good about it. I just feel good about it in general, right? The situation is not perfect, but I had two parents, and now they're calmer, right? And I was talking last week about, I have to help out people, and I have to help out my coworker, right? My coworker, and again, I'm gonna sound like such a weak human being, such a loser, but they're not trying to help me, right? We're talking all of us together in a group chat. They're not trying to help me. How many steps are they doing for themselves, right? And it doesn't make it okay for me to think about myself. No, but I already have this mentality of I'm gonna be able to help everybody. I'm gonna be able to help a couple guy, but not everybody, right? And it makes it easier on me to not feel guilty when people do the same thing, right? And again, is this the right mentality? No. Is it the right thing to do? Absolutely not. You should always try to help your neighbor. Always. It's what being a human is about, right? Helping each other, being social. We talked about that before, right? But then you realize that my parents were also extremely important, and I love the guys at work, but my parents are a little bit more important, right? Priorities. And today we were able to make sure that the 2 of them were good. Now, technically speaking, we did cheat a little bit because we used Easter as a way to mend the wounds. So like, hey, I know the situation is not going well. I just want to wish you a happy Easter, you know. And that opened up the bridges for communication. And by opening up the bridge for communication, then they have a common understanding, right? So simple. Using the timing is important. If it wasn't for Easter, I don't know. But it was for Easter, so it's all good in the hood. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty good place to not necessarily to stay at because we still have the bills to pay, right? It's a good place to be at because both my parents, which are the main actor in this scenario, and of course there's me, but it's fucked up. So again, because we took a break from TikTok, because we took a break from being live and break from being social, right? I've been watching a lot more movies, right? And this is my story, this is my life. And in my life, there's time where I feel like the main character. There's sometimes like I feel like the main protagonist. And there's time where I feel like I'm the narrator. There's time where I'm very active in my life, and there's time where I'm taking a step back and I have to allow people surrounding me to talk and express how they're feeling and XYZ, you know? That's pretty much it. So I'm not in the best position, but I'm doing much better. The 2 people that were the main actor are doing way better. The situation is still to solve, but it's looking good. It's odd because it's such a big deal, it's such a big problem that you want to focus on it, but the healthiest thing to do is moving on, right? And maybe that's what my father's meant by giving up. Let's pay the bills and move on, right? And I was like, no, fuck the bills. But maybe he was right. Maybe without, I'm still gonna contest it. I'm still gonna say, hey, listen, I wasn't wrong here, right? Maybe, just maybe, you know, the mentality wasn't to give up. The mentality was, let's try to do what we can right now and then move on because there's more than that, right? And that's pretty much it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it ends. Purposefully speaking, we're always gonna try to see things in positive fashion. The break really felt well. The break in itself was weird because, you know, it was the first day I was in shock. The second day I was kind of better, right? Because we were in the fashion relief and we were in bargaining, right? We were in the state of bargaining, which is kind of positive because you're trying to fix the situation in ways that you can. Like you're bargaining with a problem to feel like you're able, or you try to not being able. You try to fix the situation in itself. That's what I'm trying to do. Right now we're in the acceptance. I feel like that's it. We're in the acceptance of we have a bill to pay. How much damage can we avoid doing? So for example, and even my father, and it's such a inside this 2020. And when you're done with the situation, of course you understand it better. But it was such a crazy thing to think about, non-purposefully, but still, it was a crazy thing to think about because my father, when I saw it the next day, it's like, what are you trying to do when you call me and your mom, right? And I saw it as, were you trying to beg or were you trying to convince us to help you out, right? And that's how I saw it. But the reality was, why did you bring me and your mom in this as, and we're now victims of your action? Now, of course, my father is extremely weird because on one way he says, well, you should have taken care of it, and on the other, and in the same sentence, he's gonna say, hey, you should have taken care of it, but in the same sentence, he's gonna say, they fucked you over, you know? So it's nonsense. But I think my father comes from a place where he wants the system to be working, right? And I think that's important. I think that's really important. But ultimately, the system isn't perfect. And if the system is flawed, then it will be flawed. It's okay to have issue with the system that's flawed because once again, you're not master of, okay, well, I can fix it, right? You're not. This is so purposeful. This is so meaningful as a conversation. We just talked about how we were trying to do something versus we were able to do something, right? I'm trying to fix the system. I'm not able to, right? So at least I'm trying to fix the system, but then it's, once again, it's bargaining, acceptance, it's liturgy, it's anger, it's denial, which is the 5 stages of grief. But acceptance is like, well, this is how the system is. I can't change it, so what am I supposed to do, right? And the answer is jack shit. The answer is, and always has been jack shit. And then me and my father understood it from the get-go. And he understood from the get-go that it was jack shit. You see, and the craziest thing with my mom is, we have a situation, right? We have a situation. And with my mom, I never even asked her, do you think I'm guilty, right? Yeah, I never asked her. Once again, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not. If people think that you're guilty, you know. Yesterday I went to my father's house for Easter, and it was nice to see the uncle in a hunt. But there was some instances where I haven't seen those people in years, and I could tell that one of them was kind of mad about it because he treated me coldly. But then again, we were never close to begin with, so I didn't really care. But then it's not about we're never really close, and I don't really care. It's, do I deserve the treatment? Do you think personally I'm to blame? Do you think I did something wrong, right? And that's pretty much it. Which is, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because the simple concept of innocent until proven guilty is flawed, right? Because it's not innocent until proven guilty. Some people will think that you're innocent. Some people will think that you're guilty, right? I don't know. Quite complex. The innocent until proven guilty. Some of them, for example, right? There's his father who was drunk and he had he accident because he drank too much and he did some DUI, which is driving under the influence, right? And sadly, it was an accident. It was an injured people, right? He's innocent until proven guilty, right? So that means he's gonna have to go to the court of law, who's gonna be judged guilty or not guilty. But then you got the media who are saying, hey, this guy got drunk, and hey, there's a lot of injured, right? So the perception of the public is guilty because that's why we're told he is guilty, right? He did drink and he did drive. Now, technically speaking, the guy is guilty, but it's presumed this presumption of innocent until proven guilty. It's always gonna be flawed because the system will judge you before the people will judge you before the system judge you, right? And in most cases, we just want to see a bloodbath. We just want to see people get put in prison. We want the world to be a safer place. So that means putting people in prison to avoid them contaminating or being dangerous and a danger or a risk, right? But then some of those people are innocent. And we don't really care because we know that we're innocent. Because we know that we're innocent, I don't care if this criminal did it or not. I want a place to be safe. So if he needs to be put in prison, he needs to be put in prison. That's quite sad. That's quite sad. Anyway, look at that video. Look, guys, take it easy. Peace. Okay, let's get some water. Let's get this party in, huh? Let's get this party in here. Let's get this party in, huh? Let's get this party in here. Everybody, it's getting stupid. Come on. Let's get this started in, huh? Let's get this started in here. Let's get this started in, huh? Let's get this party in here. Going up. Let's get the Okay.
Uy, uy, uy. Ingat sih, no. No. No, Probably. Thank you. Okay, let's go. And delete this. Delete this. And delete this. Eesh. Sheesh. Building is anyway, welcome to the show. It's been having a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025. Today we're going to do a short video, a very short video to be honest. It's going to be my opinion on the party, on the debate that happened last week for 4 different parties. So we're going to be talking about Polyev, we're going to talk about Jagmeet Singh, we're going to be talking about Eric Blanchette, we're going to be talking about McCartney. I'm going to be doing this really fast. Before we even start, I have to specify, I'm not going to vote, right? I'm not saying that you should vote, absolutely. Absolutely, you should vote, right? But there's not really one of them. Okay, in my opinion, you should vote, absolutely. But in my opinion, none of them really got me in the sense of, oh my god, I need to vote for you, right? You know, that's a personal choice. No, I voted in the past and I'll vote in the future for sure. But it has to catch my attention, right? One of the party members has to catch my attention. Get a pimple, let's pop it. My guys, you guys want to see a pimple pop? Right here. There you go. Also, I'm not saying that you should pop your pimple. That's be a really bad idea. So we came in, and I actually want to vote this year because again, you know, I'm 32 years old, and if I'm going to start voting or I'm going to continue, so we vote at 18, and we vote at 21, and then we vote at 24. Then I didn't vote since then, so I missed 2 elections. So I want to get back into these 2 things. So if I'm going to start voting once again, I want to be a bit more educated. Now, ultimately speaking, with the different party, and again, this is politics. I want to do it short, but we never talk politics on the channel, so let's really dive in on the politic aspect of it, right? Why not? Why not coconut? Why not coconut? There you go. There you go. Got my third phone. I have 2 phones and 1 tablet. They're all playing the same game. So with the advent of social media, of course, this is a huge plus. I think social media speaking, I think Jagmeet Singh is the one that's, because I don't know, the way he does it, socially speaking, to me, he does it well. He does it well because, again, he's a social person. I don't think the word communism is good. It's on the left, right? So on the left, it's more so focused on the people. I did see the debate, and I was working out. That was 2 days ago. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but I forgot. So the debate was nice. I mean, did it go too far? Did the Trump thing? Yes. They talk about Trump for at least 40 minutes out of the 2 hours. I don't know if you did the math. The 2 hours is 120 minutes. That's 33% of the time talking about Trump's, right? There are some places. I was talking about Jagmeet Singh, right? Jagmeet Singh. I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. But again, this is my first time talking about politics, and we don't have to agree.
Jagmeet Singh, the only thing that I can remember him saying, and it's actually kind of cool that we did it 2 days ago, that we watched it 2 days ago, because it's really like on the core. So what I remember is the important part. What I don't remember wasn't important enough for me to remember, right? So for Jagmeet Singh, because we just saw a video of him on TikTok about how he did his headdress, and I think he was good. He was only good when replying to people. He was only good when counter arguments, when having counter arguments, and the oh my god. Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? I fucked up. Oh, dude, Ink, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're super dumb, dude. You fucked up. No. Ink, dude. You fucked up. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh. Should have done so before. So we had enough information for the weekly. I forgot to check the weekly when it was due. And then we made making content for 2 hours, so. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. That is bad, bro. We're still, oh, shit, Ink. Dude, you're dumb. You fucked up. You fucked up. So coming back to it, oh, that's a bad thing. Because this is my favorite game, and I like doing the weeklies, and I have to do them once a week. I can forget to do something once a week, I don't know. I have no clue. It's nice that you arguments, right? It's nice that you have something to say when somebody else is speaking. It's nice to say, like, hey, you're bringing up this subject, this is my opinion on the subject, right? So that I love, because it's important. It's not so much about how you're defending your party. It's not so much about how you're defending your idea. It's also about, well, you know what, this is the way I perceive things. And the way I perceive things is also is as valid, if not more valid, than the way you see things, because this is my vision, right? And again, it's also like, hey, like, what he's saying, if I do agree with what he's saying, a big problem in the politics in Canada is everybody is against each other. For example, right? There's gonna be this party that's gonna come up with a great idea, and this idea is phenomenal. And it's really, really good. But then, just to do a big fuck you, other parties are gonna be like, no, we don't agree. Right? But the idea is actually quite good. The idea is actually quite good. So just to say fuck you, no? And that sucks. So with Jagmeet Singh, I really do think that he had a good understanding of other parties. However, I've watched you for 2 hours and I still don't know what your plan. I don't know what your plan. Because I don't know what your plan, am I supposed to vote for you? Carney, I'll be completely honest, Carney, I have no memories of what he said. I have no memories of a point that he did. However, Carney, I didn't even know him. I knew when he was replacing Justin Trudeau. I've heard Trudeau talk a lot, but I haven't heard Carney speak. Right, so this is the case of, well, I don't really know what your plot either. Right, so it's in between Blanchette and Poilievre. Right, now once again, I'm not gonna vote. Right, so no matter what I say at the end, doesn't matter. There's another thing that Blanchette said that was really good. For example, and again, please understand that I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not trying to be elitist. Right, this is my opinion. Please respect that. One thing that he said is it's not about the number of immigrants that we have, it's how we welcome them and how well we take care of them. So for example, you take 100,000 per year, which is still a lot, but you treat them and you make sure that they have jobs and you make sure that they have a nice place to live and you make sure that they do their part in society, right? It's about living together. It's not about, hey, I know that she doesn't like me, but we have to work together, right? And that's really important versus having the most people possible. And then out of the people, out of 3 people, only 1 person worked. Well, only 1 person worked because only 1 person had the chance to be welcomed properly. Only 1 person succeeded because only 1 person was given the tool to succeed. You know, this is that. And with Poilievre, I did like what he says. I do think that he has a head on his shoulder. I do, the way he's talking, it's really, there's a leadership quality to him that I didn't find with Justin Trudeau. However, a lot of his, as a leader, I of course see more Poilievre than Blanchette. Blanchette has great idea, but Blanchette works for Quebec. And I'm French Canadian, so I'm Quebec. I'm a Quebecer. I'm from Quebec. So I should be like, yo, this is my dude. The reality is, like, I'm seeing our Prime Minister, which is Legault, and I don't like him. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't like provincial, right? So if, and only if I would choose Blanchette, I would have to put all my eggs in the same basket, which is federal. And ultimately, I'm proud of my flag, I'm proud of being French Canadian. I'm super proud of being French Canadian. I'm extremely proud of my roots. My first language is French, mon nom, c'est Stéphane Charest, so that's super French, right? And I'm proud of my roots. But at the same time, I do understand that, you know, I'm extremely proud of my roots. I mean, I'm French, and I want to protect French, right? But I don't think world, I think in Canada, Quebec can have a better place, right? I think we can have a lot better place. But sadly, I do think that Quebec, as a worldwide place, doesn't have a lot of impact, right? What's going on here, it doesn't really matter to people, I don't know, in Ecuador, right? Or in Guatemala, or in Russia, or in Syria, or, you know, I don't think it really affects them. Over Canada, it's seen as this country, right? Versus this province. And, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't ask myself, what do Texans do? I don't ask myself, what do people from, Tibet are doing, right? So yeah, I don't think worldwide, I don't think this is a party for me. I think Quebec-wise is the perfect party. I think worldwide, I don't think it's a perfect party. And then we have Poilievre. And Poilievre, my problem is, I like the guy, I like the way he's speaking, but I don't like his politics. So the weapon, I don't like that because we see what he can do. The fact that he is pro-import versus export. See, people are gonna hate what I'm gonna say, but Trump with the overtaxes is a mess and it's horrible. And what he's doing is gonna be having some impact worldwide, right? But there is a sense of truth in there. You should pre-value your own companies versus somebody at the, you know, because you're making the economy roll. So for example, right, I have $1,000. No, you know what? We're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna make it bigger, better, right? I have $1 million, right? And I want to buy some precious metal, right? I want to buy gold, right? Because gold has a lot of value, so this would increase the value of the wealth of Canada, right? I want to buy a lot of gold, right? And there's 2 places I can buy gold. So the first place I can buy the gold is from a small mine in Quebec, right? Versus a small mine in, I don't know, where there's a lot of gold. I know IT has a lot of precious metal. Let's say IT, right?
So I would have a choice, and then the choice would be Quebec because instead of having a million going to another country, I would have a million staying in the country, but also motivating and making the economy go in a circle, right? And the economy moving is good because the economy the way it is, it's actually quite weird, right? The economy states, and this is the way I understand it. My understanding can be wrong, but the way it works is basically you have $100. It doesn't matter how long you have this $100. It doesn't matter what you do with $100, right? It doesn't matter as long as this $100 stays in Canada. Right? And the thing with that is also like, for example, Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin, the value of the Bitcoin doesn't matter as long as you do have them. So they can be worth a bunch, right? And they can be worth nothing. This is how you use it. That's important. So as long as the money stays in the country, well, the money is going to be profiting one person or the other. It's going to be profiting the economy. So of course you would pre-value a company that is inside. Now, that is export, right? Or saying not necessarily an embargo, but something like an embargo, right? Now, of course, I do believe there's a very healthy thing that can be done with a perfect balance between import and export, right? So, for example, we have a lot of water, but we don't have a lot of gas, right? So, another country that has a lot of gas could help us with this, and we can help them with water, right? Now, ultimately speaking, it is if I don't have a fair exchange, I think it would work, but that's the problem also. What constitutes a fair exchange? Do you constitute a fair exchange, or do your neighbors, right? Your neighbors are going to say, hey, we have this supper, right? Everybody's bringing something, right? You're like, holy shit, wow. And then you bring a cake, right? You bring a cake, right? And you bought the cake, I already made it, it doesn't matter, right? And then the host has made some, I'm gonna be an asshole, but they made, I don't know, Uncle Ben or Minute Rice, right? They made something really cheap, right? And then another person brought in a bag of chips, right? And then another person brought a cup. And then you realize that you're the one that spent the most on the cake, right? And it's all about being generous, right? But then generosity has its limits, right? Are you taking my generosity for granted or not, right? And now the issue is with this in particular, with this specific thing in particular is, okay, well, I was the one that brought in the most. Now this is my choice. Not everybody's gonna bring something, right? Not, and I know this is a bad example, but it doesn't make sense. It has to be some sort of equal, or it has to be at least on the same realm, right? I'm not gonna bring a whole meal. I'm gonna bring a snack. It's not fair. It's not fair. It doesn't matter if the snack is. I was talking about money, but it's not important. It's the snack itself. Even if the snack is fucking caviar, right? I brought you chicken, right? Caviar is worth more than chicken, but at the same time, is it gonna feed me? No. So it's an unequal exchange. So I do like Poilievre as a person. I don't like his politics. I don't like his politics at all. You know. And also, he was the one that was being the most attacked. So is it because he was the main adversary or the main enemy? Or for example, right? So all four of them are trying to get into power, right? And now if one of them has a better chance of being in power, now all the other guys are saying, I want to be in power, I want to be in power, I want to be in power. So you're saying, fuck you, the person who has the most chances. So with the person that has the most chances, it's like it's the classical of, if you can't beat them, no, that's not it at all. It's divide and conquer, that's not it at all. It's a classical sense of, he's my only adversary, right? I can possibly win against everybody else except for this guy. So let's put all the sets together, units lay force. So let them attack him. I just don't know. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to give points to Jack Singh for the social aspect of it. I'm gonna give points to Carney. I'm gonna give a lot of points to Carney actually. I'm gonna give a lot of points to Carney, even if I don't know who is the guy, even if I don't know what his plan, even if I don't know him in his politics. I'm gonna have to give so many points because everybody hated Trudeau. At the end, everybody hated Trudeau. You know, and he comes in and he's the same party as Trudeau. So I know you hate this guy, but I have to help this guy, right? And it's like, or even better than that, right? You have a teacher. And again, this is one of the worst example, but I like that example. You have this study in class. You have this class that you don't like. Let's say, I don't know, let's say geography, right? And you have this class that you don't like, and then the teacher's not really helping you. He doesn't really care if you like it or not. It's like, okay, well, you don't like it, tough luck, that's life, right? And then you have this substitute teacher, right? That's coming in. And in some cases, this substitute teacher will be very good. It's going to help you have a better opinion on the subject. But you're starting from a very bad place. You're starting from a teacher that doesn't give a shit, and you're starting from a subject that you don't give a shit. So for the substitute to actually do something good, there's a lot of effort. There's a lot more effort than put a normal class, right? That's the way it is, you know? I remember we had this class in math. And I love math. I really, math was my favorite subject in school. My favorite subject. Because, again, my father raised me. My father did raise me. My mom, she was there also, but my father was more in charge of schooling. And it's funny because that's only technically true. My mom was in charge of schooling when she started bringing in tutor. And she really, like, okay, well, you gotta tutor. And she pushed me in. I'm super grateful for that, but the rest of it was my father. My father was more so, because my father is, it's not his fault. My father was born in a generation where school wasn't that important. He's 67. He's gonna be 67. Well, he actually reached 67 9 days ago, like a week and a half ago. So you know, it's different, right? And he's coming in, and my father, and I'm saying this out of love. My father doesn't have a really good understanding. He's able to speak the language. He's able to talk the language. He's gonna make mistakes though, you know, or grammatical errors. And that's okay, right? One of the only things that my father had was math. And he was really good at math, right? And it's funny because that's what I really like about my father. We're talking about my father when I was doing my homework, right? And most of the homework he wouldn't help. Well, like, I'm sorry, Steph, I don't know what that is, right? But in math, and he really pushed me in math. And he really, really did push me in math, and I became really good at math, right? I will always remember one of my better moments in school. And that is so fucking silly. But I was 7 years old, 6, 7 years old, right? And the teacher asked us. The teacher asked us, okay, well, you look at the clock on the wall. Tell me what it is. And I knew because my father told me every single one is 5 minutes, right? So I could tell it at the time. And that was the first time in my whole life where a teacher said, hey, good answer, right? And my father was the one that teach me that. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad, I love you. My father taught me that because it was something useful, you know? And I think that he taught me math because it was something useful. It was the only thing that he cared about because that's the only thing he used, right? He was able to talk, and because he was able to talk and understand, he didn't really care about it. Geography, he was at home most of the time, so he didn't care about that, right? Science is useful. I'm watching a lot of people, science is actually quite nice, because I'm watching a lot of people talk about physics. And I'm like, wow, this is actually really interesting. This is really interesting, right? Now, ultimately speaking, physics is possibly, well, my first opinion, or my first opinion, I guess. you don't want to learn from something that you understand. You want to learn from something that you don't understand because it seems like so complicated. You have natural attraction to complication, right? And that's pretty much why I love physics. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So we're talking about politics now with my father. I don't know why. Well, technically speaking, I know why. They're both seen as this authoritative figure, right? My father was my father, and you know, even with police, even with police, in the French, even with police, police relies on finance. I'm feeling French today. Police rely on funds, and funds are governmental approved. The more money they have, the more effective they become. And then if they cut the, it's just common sense, right? So yeah, we're both authoritative figure. That's pretty much it. This is my opinion. I'm not gonna vote this year. I'm gonna work for the election though. I'm not gonna work for the election. I think I'm gonna vote. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna vote for the election. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna work for the election. I'm gonna hear what people have to say. Because I'm very misinformed. I have this general idea that politics is bullshit. So yeah, maybe if they can convince, it's not bullshit, and because they convince it it's not bullshit, then I'm more open-minded as to, okay, well, this guy could be interesting, or should I, right? We'll see. Anyway, look guys, take it easy. Peace. Don't win, kiss you going, welcome to the commercial. Justin Walter having a wonderful day on this 20th April 2025. Guess we're having a wonderful Easter, because it is Easter. Today we're talking about being an asshole. Yeah, being an asshole. So it wasn't a planned video. It wasn't a planned video at all. But what pushed me to do this video, or what inspired me to do this video, is somebody blocked me today. And now this person, again, I'm gonna be such an asshole. That's the video, right? So let's say this is all planned and this is all a scene, right? This is all acting. Somebody, they blocked me today. And this person was actually not a super close friend, but we talk a lot, right? So this person is a person that had mental issue, right? Not a lot, but still. And I also had mental issue. Last week we had a mental issue. So I kind of understood her. And I was like, you know what? I'm in a good position to help people. Let's help people, right? And I've been, since I came back to becoming serious about social media, I've been trying to help people, right? And the whole weight loss thing is to help people, right? That's the point of helping people. That's the reason why we're doing it. We want to lose weight, yes. It's a cool thing to do, yes. It's one of the hardest things I'm going to do. It's going to be one of the most rewarding things I'm going to do because it's health, yes. But there is still this case to be made that, you know what, it's health. So that being said, she blocked me. And the reason she blocked me is because she would send me daily videos of her, right? And she was self-promoting. And those videos in itself is, my videos are not great. Because again, I'm thinking, I'm talking, I'm yapping, I'm yapping. But for her, it was just insane. She would just do memes that she would make. She would kind of ridiculize herself. It was either that or very depressed. So she would make content where she made fun of herself, but when other people made fun of her, she was getting depressed. And it was all constantly a cycle of, I make content where because I'm depressed, I feel better, I make weird content because I'm weird, people bully me, so I'm back to the space of I'm getting bullied, right? And I'm not saying that you should bully people, I'm not saying that she did it on purpose, I'm saying that you kind of, okay, so I'm going to take another person as an example. I love my best friend Celine. I love that girl, but I told you guys multiple times before, she used to go in a relationship. Now she has a good boyfriend. Her boyfriend is actually decent. She has this boyfriend, and he's actually a good guy, but she would go for people that are complete assholes just because they give her a little bit of attention. And they gave her a little bit of attention because she kind of was easy fuck. She was easy lay. And the rumors spread that she was easy lay. So people talked to her because she was easy lay. Because she was easy lay, she would get assholes, right? But then she would put herself in a situation, you don't say an asshole. Why are you going with that guy? Oh, because he's nice to me. He's not nice to you. You want something. You're gonna get something, something's not gonna be nice to you. That's just true. So, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but sometimes you have to, you're doing something, then, it'll be more personal. How many times did I tell you guys, I'm gonna lose some weight, and I give up? How many times did I eat junk food and I didn't eat junk food? How many times did I drink energy drinks and I didn't need energy drink? Right? A lot. We shit them. To the person, and she constantly shared this, right? And to me, I'm sorry, but I'm not a lot on TikTok. And when I'm on TikTok, it's weird. My perception of this is actually really weird. My perception of this is I'm not famous. And a lot of people say, hey, you're famous, you got a lot of followers. And I don't know, I don't think I am, right? And hey, there's even this girl, Anna, I fucking love Anna. And Anna, she's like, she texted me on Instagram, and I answered her. She's like, oh my god, he answered. And she was fangirls. I'm like, dude, I'm just a normal guy, And at the same time, people are going to be seeing this and hey, dude, you really worked hard, right? Which is true. But I don't expect different from you guys. So to me, there's still this need of realization. There's a huge need of realization, and this huge need of realization is the fact that, well, people that are looking at content, I think they're friends. And I'm never self-promoting. I'm never telling you, hey, I never share my video. I never say that, right? I never share. Now, ultimately speaking, the worst thing that happened to the channel is how many times am I getting 20, 2 likes in a day? And this is horrible because this is going to be me shadow banned, right? Nothing you thinking I'm possibly shadow banned. Don't give a shit. No, I don't care. It just happened, right? So with that being said, I'm still not at a point. And to me, what is fame? Fame is a complicated context, and I don't really know what fame is. I don't know what fame is. That I can tell you. So she constantly and what I'm trying to say with that is, I don't see myself as somebody different than you. If you're friendly, I'm friendly. I treat people with the way I want to be treated. It doesn't matter how many followers I have. It doesn't change me. It doesn't change how I treat people, right? I should be a nice guy to everyone, right? But at the same time, it feels good watching my friends. Like possibly one of the only friends I watch is Sir Winslow because he makes me laugh, But if it didn't make me laugh, I wouldn't watch him because it's a friend. And it would be weird. Like, hey dude, I watched your video. I had a girlfriend in January. Right? She stopped knowing me, and knowing me, she would, and it was so fucking weird. We were talking, right? And she would go to work, and she would tell me about stuff I said in a video. And I'm like, how did you know I said that? She said, oh, I watched the video. And it made me felt so weird. It felt so weird. Not because it was
You know, I made those videos, so I put them online. If you watch them, you watch them. But it still feels weird. It still feels weird that you saw that. You know, because I'm a normal guy. So I do mind the fact that I'm not promoting. It's not self-promoting. So you constantly self-promoting. First of all, second of all, we're friends. So I don't really want to see your videos because we're friends. Okay, because we're friends. If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you, right? If I want to know how you are, I'm not gonna be watching your video and say, hey, how's that guy? No, I'm just gonna ask you, hey, how you doing, dude? You know, so for me it's a bit weird. And I told her before. I told her multiple times. I said, hey, please don't send me, don't share, don't self-promote, don't share me videos every single day. And then she actually asked me the question of why. And again, ultimately speaking, it's pretty fucking obvious. But she has, you know, she has those mental issues. So I didn't judge. I'm like, okay, you know what? You don't understand. That's fine. You know, it happens. And I'm telling her like, hey, well, I have this amount of, I'm following this amount of people. If everybody sends me their video and I had to watch every single video, I would be able to do it, right? And she's like, yeah, yes. And then she sent me, and I told her please, and I told her please, and then she did it again today. And today I was in a bad mood, and it's so fucked because she'll share me. And again, this is what I hate. There's nothing I hate more than that. It's such a toxic mentality. It pisses me off so much. So she'll send me a video of herself, and I do pay attention to who likes the videos because again, it's like these people really support me. I'm super grateful, right? And these people didn't have to support me, and even though I'm not famous, and even though we're friends, they're gonna be witnessing who did it because I'm like, I'm lucky. They're super kind, right? They're super kind. So she'll send me a video, and it's crazy because I check my DMs every single day, right? She'll send me a DM. This is a true story. She'll send me a DM at like 11:57. I look at notification. She liked the video, and when she liked the video at 11:55. So she doesn't say it. It sounds like I like your video. Time for you to like mine. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to like my videos. If you want something in return, if you're expecting something in return, don't do it. If you want to help. If you're doing this for a payment, then I ask you to do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. People are gonna be doing, hey, follow for follow, right? I understand that. Okay. You do like for like, right? Okay, I understand that too. But do not like a video expecting somebody to say, hey, do you like my video? Let me like their video. If I was really an asshole, I would go to that person's channel and I would like every single video. That way, not only they leave me alone, but second of all, like the system freaks out and say, hey, this is too many lessons in a row. This is not good. This is bot thinking, right? So it would be really problem for a channel. But I'm not gonna do that because that's an asshole thing to do. So she gets back to me and I'm like, and she told me, I don't like the way you treat me, right? And this person is extremely self-serving, right? And I didn't mind because again, you have mental issues. We're both different, right? I think she was autistic, but I'm not sure. I never asked her. I don't ask questions like that. So she asked me, and she's like, she has deep issues, right? Like you see the video, like it's not normal. But again, it's her choice, right? So I'm not judging. So I was running, and she's like, hey, we should run together. Wait until I have my followers, and I'll be running with you. But the way she said it was weird. It was like, can we do it when I got my followers? Like, no. When I have my followers, we'll run together. And I'm like, no, I'm not down. I'm not down with that. And then she's like, come to the life, right? So I'm like, fuck. Okay, so that was really honest. And then she called me an asshole, right? And I think life does things perfectly. I think life has a way of putting things together that is almost scary. So I'm at my father's house yesterday, right? And this is quite personal. I'm gonna share with you guys. I have this aunt, and my mom hates her. My mom hates her because technically speaking, my dad is out dating her friends, so she thinks that, you know, she's involved with it, right? And my mom called this person an asshole. And if I'm being completely honest, the last time I saw that aunt, she treated me badly. She was rude to me. Okay, because she was super nice to me, you know, and she was hugging me and we were talking and she was super happy to see me, right? And I see the perception of her, right? My perception of her. And in this case, she was also called the asshole, right? And you know, and I started wondering, what did she do? And if it was bad. Well, my father wasn't happy in the relationship, and you know, he wanted to leave my mom. And then I think that he told his brother, and his brother told his wife, which is my aunt. I'm not related to her. I'm related to the uncle, because he's my father's brother. I think my father told the brother, and my uncle told the wife, my aunt. And then the aunt was like, hey, you know, he's going to be single soon. And I know you're kind of like him, right? And they've been together for 26 years. Yeah, 26 years, because I was 6 years old when they started dating, right? You know, speaking, this is, my father and my mom were together for 21 years, I don't remember. They were together for a while, and then this relationship is the longest lasting, right? And ultimately, yes, me and my stepmom, we fight a lot, but I think she's a person, and I'm grateful that she's in part of my life, or part of my father's life, right? She makes him happy. And then I really wondered, like, of course, I love my mom, and I wanted to be happy, and the way it was done, was it okay? No. The way it was done, was it really rude? Yes. The way it was done, was it something that you should do? No. Ultimately speaking, what did he really do? He took a guy that was unhappy, that was going to leave somebody else, no matter what. And he said, she likes you, right? And then those people went on a date. And because they went on a date, they found out that they were attracted to each other. Because when attracted to each other, they ended up dating. And they ended up dating for how long? Oh yeah, 26 years, right? So it's quite weird. It's quite a weird concept. Ultimately speaking, again, I think it's important to say, well, this was an asshole action, but it has good results, right? And was it an asshole? Yes, I was an asshole with that girl. So she had a mental issue. And today, what was it today? Was it yesterday? I don't remember if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't remember. I had a shitty sleep schedule. And I just had a deal for 13,000, right? And to me, it's so weird because I'm getting people, and usually I don't mind at all. Like, you know what? It's okay. I don't really mind at all. I don't really mind. But it's so weird because I'm getting those people that usually would help, right? What? Well, I don't have Wi-Fi. Okay, that's why. Okay, well, I'm having a problem. Okay, I was having a problem. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna connect you again. I was having a problem with Wi-Fi. Not a big deal. So with this person, I should have been better, right? People come to me and they're like, yo, I need your help. And I understand that because it's my fault too. It's my fault because I present myself as less independent. I'm presenting myself as someone that wants to help, right? And I'm saying, hey, let me help you, let me help you, let me help you. And when people finally come for help, I'm like, fuck you, I can help you. Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Ultimately, I was dealing with my own shit. And I'm like, dude, you're asking me for help. I just received a 13,000 bill. You don't give a shit. You're not gonna ask. You're never gonna know because you don't care, right? Now, that's your fault now, and I shouldn't ask you to care, right? With this girl, we don't talk. We're not friends. We don't talk. And she comes to me and she's like, yo, I don't like the fact that I support you and you don't support me. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't support me. You don't support me. Yeah, the only time that you like a video is because you send me something that you want to like. I get people liking my video every single day, right? I get people being part of the content every single day. And those people never ask me for something in return. Now, do I feel fair? Does it feel fair? No. But I'm acknowledging it. I'm acknowledging that this person did so much for me, never asked me in return. This is you that kind of did something to me, for me, sorry. You're asking a lot in return, right? Who am I gonna choose? Who am I gonna choose to spend time with or to be nice to? The person that's only there when you need something, or the person that's there no matter what? Ding ding ding, you're right. So I was like, okay, well, she called me an asshole. And my aunt was also called an asshole. And technically speaking, once again, I want to specify that what they did was not okay, right? My father should have left my mom before we got together, right? And technically, it's complicated, so this is really personal, but technically speaking, we were not together. My mom and my father were not together, right? But my father and my stepmom, they were seeing each other a lot, right? When they separated, they were seeing each other a lot. So there's always this question of, were they seeing each other before, you know? And I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, to be honest. I want to believe my dad, but you know, I want to believe my dad. I want to believe that he didn't do it because I don't think it's nice to do it. At the same time, I personally, from experience, I understand that when you're checked out of a relationship, when you're not in love with the person anymore, you're done. One of my worst issue, one of my worst flaw is when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Right? I give second chances, but when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I'll treat you like shit because I'm done with you. Like for example, we met this girl about 4 days ago, right? And the first day it went super well. But then second day, third day, fourth day, she was super needy. I was like, dude, I don't like that, right? I told her, she's like, oh, I don't like that. You know, that's the same time I was, and eventually she was needy, didn't bother me. It didn't bother me because, well, it didn't bother me in the case of, oh, you needy, fuck you. It did bother me in a sense of, dude, I don't like that. I do not like you being that needy. Because I don't like you being that needy, I'm not going to in a relationship, right? And I think that's normal. Because the fact that you told me that, well, I don't like that you telling me this. Let me know how I feel, I'm communicating, right? My apologies. So, long story short, I was the asshole today, right? And then I was the asshole today. I feel like, for the first time in a while, you know, there's people that block me, and I'm always wondering why they block me, and I'm like, holy shit, I did something wrong, right? And possibly something, do something wrong. I cannot do only right. I don't have the ill intent for sure, but still. And you know, you ask yourself, am I the asshole here? Was I right? Right? Did this person right? And I'll always remember this person. I felt really bad about it, right? I met her in a friend's life, and she was texting me every day, dude. And she was like, she wanted to talk, and one day she's like, hey, how come you never text me? Because I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm sorry, but I don't know you. And I don't want to talk to everybody. I don't want to talk to people every day. And it's this guy 2 weeks ago, right? And he comes in into one of my life, right? And we start talking. Actually, the guy is kind of nice, right? And we start talking. He texts me. And okay, I text him back. And the next day, he texts me. And I text him back. And the third day, well, I don't really have anything to say to him because I don't know him. Like, don't let the street die. I don't know you, dude. I do not know you. That makes me an asshole. But then again, am I okay with being an asshole? I think I'm okay with being an asshole. I think the first time in a while today I was called an asshole, and I didn't feel guilty about it. Now, ultimately speaking, am I in the right? Am I in the wrong? That's up for you to decide. I'm gonna tell you I'm in the right. I'm gonna tell you I'm in the wrong. I'm somewhere in the middle. Could I have ended the situation better? Yes. Do I care? No. Does that make me an asshole? I think me not caring makes me an asshole more than the action. Right? I think that's pretty much it. So that's it. That's it. And with the person, you know, I can't really blame them. They have this mentality of if I help you, you're helping me. And this mentality isn't something that appeared yesterday. It's possibly something that this is possibly how they were raised. You know, maybe I'm the black sheep. That's something to help people even if they don't help me, right? Lately I've talked to, like I said, 2 weeks ago, right? I'm trying to look for a relationship, right? And I'm starting to talk to people. I'm talking to multiple girls, and I'm looking for a relationship, and I'm actively looking for a relationship. So I talk to A, B, and C, and D, and E, and F, and G, and you call them whatever you want, right? And then, of course, there were some people I was interested in the past. I tried to talk to them, and I'm like, I'm talking to you, you don't answer, you know? And sometimes the people is weird because when we're talking, they act really interested, but we don't talk. And I'm like, I have this new girl that I like a little bit less, but she's there for me, right? Why am I allowing myself to be involved, or why am I allowing myself to invest in a relationship that the person is not going to invest in, right? And I'm switching out. But then again, you think about those people, and maybe they have their own mental issue, they're depressed, they don't want to talk to people, maybe their social battery is down, right? And that's not their fault. That's not their fault. I can't judge them, I can't blame them for that, but it just sucks. Wait, how much percent battery? I'm gonna leave you guys. Look, guys, take it easy.
We'd be living a lie. One we couldn't keep even if we wanted to.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Okay.
Could you, Anakin? Could you live like that?
Yep.
Of course you could. He's a Sith Lord. Oh, spoiler. Oh, get this week. There's more to do that.
Don't go.
I don't want to do it.
Presents, so did.
You had another nightmare last night.
Jen, I don't have nightmares.
Yeah, vision.
I heard you.
I saw my mother. She's my mother. Because I was doing it to see that.
Ay, ay.
It's big. I know it's a big man, I didn't catch you, Senator. I have to go. I have to help him.
Guys. Say what you want to.
So, hold on. This might go through. I guess I'm separate. I have to do my show Sunday. So another thing. No, stop. 3 bucks. She's quiet. She goes like, you want something? It's just for all. You have to win money. That's what it is. You're under dollar. I should say 3 bucks. You're on the packages. From the facts deals. I feel. So there. It's just a line there. It's just mindless nonsense. The hell's not out there. Or see back. Be out there with him. I don't know. Fine. Just fight along. I don't want you on there. Just get on. She loves these lessons.
Oh.
You're not second. You're going to be second. Don't be on.
Mm-mm.
What can I say? I know I could.
Mm.
Well, I should be. Someday I will be. I will be the most powerful Jedi. I promise you. How are you going to stop people from dying? It's all one's fault. He's jealous. He's holding you back. I killed them all. They're dead. Every single one of them. You're not just a man. You're the women. And the children too. You're like animals. And I slaughter them like animals. I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying not to say it, Mom. I was trying. I promise. I don't feel okay.
Aren't you? What are you doing?
Is he just he's having every something with me? Okay, that's okay.
Mm.
He's alive.
And you're missing Sigurd when he died. He's a friend of
He's not my father. Even when I told him he can't, he's still going to say you.
He didn't use your words to me. And I'm going to help him. But I just have to walk.
When you walked away. Mm-hmm.
Non so quale.
Le soleil et l'eau ne suffisent pas à combler sa faim. Entrez Miracle Grow et voyez la différence. Rassasiez votre jardin avec Miracle Grow.
With Barrel Bourbon, this body wash exceptional. The aroma is audacious. Get Dr. Squash your heart. Find Dr. Squash for your skin. In stores and online now. Hey, Dr. Squash, feel like a man, smell like a champion. Hey, my spot, hey, my spot, hey, my spot, hey, my spot, hey.
Delicious.
Okay. 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 That. What's trending? To be binding on my leg.
You know I'm not able to rely on the Jedi Council. Every time you do it, listen, no. I'm sure himself. You must sense when I come to suspect. The Jedi Council won't show the planet. Let them do training. I don't think that. Little feeling. You know, you're true. I know they don't trust you. All of a sudden, all the opposite left out. I have to admit, my trust them hasn't changed. Oh yeah, the tragedy of dark days lights. No, I hope not. So if you had to, it's a Sith legend. Darth Vader, the Darth Lord of the Sith, the powerful Sith mind. He used the Force to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. You actually save people from death. The dark side revolves as a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. He became so powerful, everything he was afraid of was using his dark knowledge. Virtue was he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Not only, he'd save others from death, but not himself. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi.
Good. Fuck.
The what?
Okay.
Still uploading. Still uploading. Nice.
I disappoint you. I'm very appreciative of the trying. I've been arrogant. I apologize. I've been so frustrated with the council. You are strong and wise, and I'm very proud. I've raised you since you were a small boy. I've taught you everything I know. And you'll become far better as a Jedi than I hoped to. But be patient, Anakin. It will not be long before the council makes you Jedi master. Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you. Goodbye, then. May the Force be with you.
Ratchet.
What do you want?
No, rat.
What do you want?
Shit. And Clank.
I feel lost.
Lost? What do you mean?
Obi-Wan, the council don't trust me.
You trust me with their lives.
I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more. And I'm not sure.
You expect too much of yourself.
I can't wait to see you.
See me.
For my name knows.
What?
I won't lose you about that.
What?
No, I promise you.
Oh shit.
Just to the Force master, if you get your wheels. Okay, I'm going to get up the down. I'm not sure with it. I'll send it to the council. Then you want that, why have I made you a master? I'm trying. What do I want to feel? I'm being included in the council. I know the things about Force they're not telling me. They don't trust you. They see your picture. They know your power is too strong to control. These pictures will fall in line together. Let me have you to know the secrets of Force. I know where's Force. I'm a total things about Force. The illusion of the dark side. You're the dark side. And it's funny to understand. To make a study all text not just the dogmatic narrative you get. If you can read my speed into face, a lot of people. You have a only through me can you achieve a power greater than engine. Learn to know the dark side of Force and be able to save your way from certain things. What did you say? You was knowledge, I think. Yours. I know what's been troubling you. This is for the day I come forth. Ever since I met you, searching for a life, bigger level of reaching, and I'm positive, but cautious. Like a beginning, I was certain like I know you. I can feel your anger. It gives you force, makes you stronger. I witness no power of the dark side. Say that. Yes, the one who this. He knows the Force. He's attracted to the dark side. Push. Absolutely. I refuse to realize. We know who quickly Jedi to survive. That's the chance was very powerful. We might help the universe. We're going to the town today. As a regular feast in this network, there's nothing conscious. I must go, Master. No. If what you told me is true, you'll gain my trust. But for now, remain here. Wait till the council chambers until we return. Yes, Master.
So how much Resident Evil do I have? Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Ouch. Delicious. Order 66. Yum. Let's do 10 more. Okay. 183. Mm. Mm. 2. Good. Mm.
I don't believe you.
Uh. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Liar, no! You with him, you betray me. You brought him here to kill me, let her go, and I can let her go. You will not get from me. You've done that yourself. No, I have to do this. I know it by heart.
Obi-Wan is trying to turn you against him.
He cares about us.
Us.
He knows. He wants to help you. Anakin, all I want is your love.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
At what cost? You're a good person. Don't do this.
I won't lose you the way I lost my mother. I know I'm more powerful than any Jedi has ever dreamed of, and I'm doing it for you. To protect you.
Come away with me. Help me raise our child. Leave everything else behind while we still can.
Don't you see? We don't have to run away anymore. I have brought peace to the Republic. I am more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. And together, you and I can rule the galaxy. Make things the way we want them to be.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. Obi-Wan was right. You've changed.
I don't want to hear any more about Obi-Wan. The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me?
No.
I don't know you anymore.
I don't know anymore.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Follow.
Because of Obi-Wan.
It's because of what you've done. What you plan to do. Stop. Stop now. Come back. I love you.
Liar. No.
No.
You're with him.
You betray me.
You're here to kill me.
No.
Let her go, Anakin.
Let her go.
Let
Her go. You took her from me. You've done that yourself.
You turned her against me.
You've done that
You have
yourself.
done that yourself.
You will not. You have allowed this.
Take it from me. Your anger and your lust for power have already done that. You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now. Until now you have become the very thing you swore.
Don't let me, Obi-Wan.
Listen to me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of
The Jedi.
I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace,
Upon the Republic.
justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire.
Your new empire? Don't make me kill
And
you.
you. You.
Anakin, my allegiance is
To the Republic.
To
Democracy. If you're not with me, then you're mad at me.
Then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Sith deals in absolutes.
I'll try. I have to stop you.
I must.
You will try.
You will try.
I failed you, Anakin. I failed you. Try. I have failed you and I have failed you. No, this is not the beginning of the song. I'm actually not able to say which one is the song. So when we listen to it, it's gonna be automatic into the it's gonna be the automatic into knowing the song by heart. But just in the beginning. Or any part of it, for that matter. My heart of love in you. But you were going down a path I can follow. You done what you did to do, but I don't think I love you. Liar, no! But then you betrayed me. You brought him here to kill me. Let it go, and I can't let her go. Do 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 do. You've done right against me. You've done that yourself. Nothing from me. With those for power ever done that. You have a love is dark road to just your mind. Until now, I gotta become the very thing you swore to destroy. Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan, I see through the lies of the Jedi. Do not fear the dark side as you do. This is security to my new empire. Your new empire, Anakin. Allegiance to the Republic, democracy. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Or you see it here and now, so I'll do what I must. You will try, I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. No, the Jedi was planning to take over. Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost. This is the end, you're my master. It's over, Anakin. Got the high ground. The rest of it made my power. I'll try it more. You were the chosen one. Until the you will destroy me. I'll join them and balance to the force. I'll live it in darkness. I hate you. You are my brother, Anakin. I love you. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Where's that? I know where you are. Yep, don't care. Thank you. Good. Is pie ad block legit? I have failed you. Over. Teen is evil. Good. We're done. I got... Sir. I got just under... Well, under 20. That's to do. Until now, you have become the very thing you swore to destroy. Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan, I see through the lies of the Jedi.
You underestimate my power. Don't try it.
Don't try it. Yeah, the high ground. I hate you. Kill Chadwick.
You were the chosen one. You were said that you would destroy us and not join them.
We balance the force, not live in darkness.
Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness.
I love Chadwick. You're my brother, Anakin. I love you. I hate you.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
Difference between the Jedi and the Sith. One is hate, one is love. My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy. If you're not with me, then you're my enemies. Only set deals and absolute, I'll do what I must. You will try. I have failed you, Anakin, I have failed you. Should have known the Jedi were planning to take over. Anakin Chancellor Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Ouch. Well, then you are lost. This is the end of you, my master. That's Resident Evil 8, is that? Resident Evil 8. Ouch. I don't have my glasses. I don't know if you'd rather know. No, we're done.
Excuse me, Master Yoda. Obi-Wan Kenobi to say something. Take her to the medical center. Quick! Medically, she's completely healthy. For reasons we can't explain, we are losing her. She's dying. We need to operate quickly if we have to save babies. Babies? She's carrying twins.
There you go. Good. Yeah. Oh, we're done. Yummy. Look. Leia. Fruit in it. Then I got 6 left. Dark Soul. Is that okay?
I know this.
We're done.
Safe. The children must be kept.
Okay, good.
We must take them somewhere where the Sith will not sense their presence.
Ooh. So let's do a training.
My wife and I will take the girl. We've always talked to the doctor for the baby girl. She will be loved with us.
Okay, let's go.
What of the boy?
You get to win. Just when they say you.
Ah, shit.
I don't have a child.
Oh! It's okay. Qui-Gon.
How to commune with him, I will teach you.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Just be honest. I'm placing these droids in your care. Treat them well, clean them up, and protocol droids mind white.
What? Oh no.
You're uninstalled. You have allowed the workload to touch your mom. Dude, why are you? Okay, good. To my new empire, your new empire. Don't make me kill you, Anakin. You're my allegiance to the Republic, to democracy. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Only a Sith deals an absolute. I'll do what I must. You will try. You know what's funny? You know what's extremely funny? You know what's incredibly funny? They pretend to be the girl from Riverdale.
Your entire life can really change in a year.
Oh yeah, sure.
You just have
okay. The one and only, right? Well, then you are lost. It's actually better now or no? Diablo. Good. Spotlight. Good. Event shop. Damage. Landmine, Entrance, Perk Wave, Golden Tower, Spotlight, Ditto. Random, Chain Lightning, Chrono Field, Wave, it's just an inner mine, Step Radius, Perk Wave, Max Health, Perk, Coin, Bounce Shot, ooh, okay, that's actually pretty good. Defense, let's do Elf Regen, let's do Orb, let's do Defense, let's do Max Health, let's do Damage, let's do Max Health, let's do Coin, let's do Health Regen, let's do Enemy Damage, let's do Landmine, let's do Damage, let's do Landmine, let's do Orb, let's do Defense, let's do Coin, let's do Defense, let's go. Good, that's pretty much it. 3,000. Okay, so now the plan is times 4. Holy shit, I have 100,000. That's insane. Good. Ooh. I should possibly upgrade these two. I gotta have this. Got 1-5. We got a 5 token. Nice. Okay, good. Defense. Let's do coin. Let's do extra set. Swamp radius. Let's do interest. Let's do black hole. Let's do chrono field. Let's do golden tower. Do Health Regen. Coin. Ooh, any damage. Nice. Very good. Very good. This is almost guaranteed. Fun. Claim reward. Court. Get a free reward. Running back to the console. Amplify. Bonus. Going back to the console. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll leave. We'll exit the game, and then we'll restart. Good. Resume. Well, let's just do one. Okay, let's just do one by one card. You're not with me, then you're my enemy. I said, change skin. No. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Good. 5. Good. Then we'll have to. This one we'll have to check if we're gonna buy anything else from. Perk. No. Tower. Enemy have Tower, Elf Regen, and Lifesteal. Well, I don't really have Chain Lightning. Oh, they're so good. Yeah. I don't really have Elf Regen and Lifesteal. I don't really mind still. Let's do Clash. Let's do Coin range. Damage. Coin. First word what's gonna be really good is we're gonna be unlocking the cancel range enemy, right? Because then we should be invincible almost. We're gonna have range enemy reduce. Enemy range reduce, but they're more attack. Why could that? They'll have to get closer and they'll have to have my black hole. It could be cool. Change one skin. No. I forgot also to soar. Need you. 25 bits sold out. Thank you. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you're lost.
Surrender. Do you think you'll still be able to call on the Force after I've separated your head from your body? Even with my vision clouded, I recognize the fighting style of Count Dooku. Your version is unrefined, amateurish, sloppy.
So now I have to change skin? The Jedi are evil. Oh, nice.
together.
Lane Hondo's too much. Two. Lap speed. Lap speed is doing well, guys. We're at 64, 64. That's insane. Okay. Queen, good. Let's do 100. Let's do 100. Let's do 100. Let's do 100. That power consumed. Okay, so now 19. 22, 11, and 25. 25. No. 11. What? Is it still uploading? No, it's not. Okay, that's good. Okay. Look at this. What? That's so sweet. Hey, Mom.
My eyes to see you tonight.
I'll be down to play Diablo. Diablo. How much storage do you have? That's 16 gigs. That's not great. That is no bueno. 16 gigs. Okay. About 10 gigs per hour. I'm only uploading one video, so it should be fast. Do I have TikTok downloaded? No, I don't. Okay. That's problematic. It is problematic. We're one away from reaching 300 followers. We're one away from reaching 300 followers on TikTok. Mama Claus is done. Mama Claus is done, right? Mama Claus is done. How much is Mama Claus? 186? That's good. Mall. I think Star Wars.
A failed apprentice makes for a foolish master.
Leaving so soon, Master?
You are no match for me without the aid of your monster.
That remains to be seen.
As you wish.
Whoa. I got a pimple. Oh, yeah. I got so many pimples, what the heck? Can delete that for sure.
Time to end this once and for all.
Still has so much to do.
I challenge you, one warrior to another, and only the strongest shall rule Mandalore.
See?
So be it. Give him his weapon.
Sword? Sword is where? Sword is there. Tower sword? Where's shield? Where's shield? See, that was yesterday. That's perfect. S is 2 hours 43. 2 hours 43. So they tell me that I did. $38, 43. That's good. That's great. Okay, so now you have to check out here. Good. Well, then you are lost. This is the end for you, my master. Now, I should be able to do... I should be able to do, well, at least check. Okay. We're back. Don't show me Inventa Gaming. Dimples, hello. Who cares? It's fine. Oh, Lee, people talk. People talk. Okay. You'll be far. So you should be around. Well, actually, you're around here. Choo 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 choo. Okay, so now we have to focus on Crown. I don't even know what I'm watching. Ouch, the pimple. Do we already do that nature one? 1048. I believe this is the 1048. Yep. Good.
Go about the workout. So.
And.
Don't blink, easy blink. For one and something. Otherwise. And we're back.
Okay. Shit. You don't have TikTok. Yes, we do. Nice.
Love yourself enough to.
Nice. This is the main account.
Don't blink, easy blink. Welcome.
DC Dark Legion. It's gonna be 18, 5, 25. Okay.
Prince William.
Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome.
Okay, little stroll. Good. Now we have to go here. And we have to go to X recorder. X recorder, yeah.
Ahsoka trusted you and you betrayed her.
I've learned that trust is overrated. The only thing the Jedi Council believes in is violence.
Little Wars. All you have to do is this, yes, nope. Okay, good. Now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna go into camera. You're gonna go into this one. You're gonna go into this. You're gonna go into this. We're hoping for an ad where get play. We're back. Let's do it.
Don't blink, easy blink. And we're back. No.
Okay.
Joke about being a cult leader to his less than 10,000 subscribers. And though he voices disdain for sickos, the intrusive thoughts about high school girls seep through. He just couldn't stop ruminating.
Thanks for watching me shred some mean-ass guitar. If I was that good at guitar when I was in junior high, I would have been swimming in so much tail. So much tail. They're like, who cares if someone who's just kind of creepy and autistic? You can play guitar, right? I gotta stop and think about all these chicks that have rejected me in the past, because it makes me fucking laugh. It makes me fucking laugh. I'm like, I'm an internet rock star. What the fuck are you doing with your life? Right?
Not much, right?
Nothing.
No.
People laugh. Josh and his cobras. Yeah, keep laughing. Becoming that influence.
Well, good for you, bro.
You got girls that are way too young for you, flirting with you. It's irritating, but you gotta be patient. You know, it's just one of those things.
Just one of those things. You don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks.
Just how it is. My eyesight is fucking horrible.
Easter came and went, and though Josh acknowledged the holiday, he chose to skip the family get-together because he was busy making wands. He also took the time to dox every single person who bought a magic stick from his batch.
I skipped out on Easter celebration with my family to sell a batch of wands. And I hated doing it, but I'm sure my family understands. And that's the thing of it, is I'm glad I did, because I had no idea. My most recent batch was going to sell out in one day flat. People were like, oh wait, real magic wands? For that price? Yeah. You're going to get the same quality when I carve them from a lathe.
In a rare sighting, we got to see Josh dust off his Regard pass and take a bus trip to the post office to mail off the wands.
What's up, YouTube? It's your sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, back at you with another video. Right there, my bag of goodies. Looky what I have here. It's a gorgeous day outside. No, I'm going on the screen. Yeah, dude, I'll catch you all on the flip side.
Ever the nonconformist, Josh gave up learning to tune his guitar and invented his own style called spooky tuning.
I'm working on a new tuning for my guitar. I call it spooky tuning. It's an E minor S kind of tuning. I don't have the final string on here. I need to get more guitar strings. But you know, it's only got 5 strings, despite being a 6-string guitar.
Oh, delicious.
In early summer, Clint received the 6-figure settlement for the car accident that almost killed him in 2019. This allowed him to achieve a long-time goal of buying back the '66 Mustang he sold when Josh was born, an instant financial burden. Perhaps disappointingly for Josh, this meant the pipe dream of winning the lottery and repurchasing the Mustang for his father would never happen.
I could do so much good with that. If I won $203 million, I'd be happy with that. I could do so much good with that money. You know what I'm saying? I'd have more than enough money to build my dream house and furnish it ever so slightly. I'd have enough money to find my dad's Mustang that he had in high school and buy it for him. You know what I'm saying? I'd have so much money. Yeah.
Also in May, Josh discovered a YouTuber that would change his content for the worse. A political content creator named Sydney Watson. I'm not going to torture you with this drill, but Josh would go on to react and parrot her videos for years to come.
So there's a YouTuber by the name of Sydney Watson, and the first video is entitled, Seriously, ? Why is Gillette promoting obesity? Stop normalizing this.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it seems like there's a trend at the moment where people basically try to promote it.
Yes, I've noticed this trend. There's nothing wrong with it.
He gave fans some much needed levity on 17 by spicing up his content with the viral Toe of Satan challenge.
So I have here in my possession the Toe of Satan sucker challenge. Quit being a pussy and just do it. Okay, enough of your sexist crap.
Enough of your sexist crap.
Hot. Oh, fucking hell. Ooh, fuck that. Oh, yeah. What you got? Fuck the gears. I got this. 44. Oh, fucking spit. Fucking, I want to spit. God damn it. Fuck. Holy shit, I did it. I spit once, my bad. Oh. Hey, YouTube, look at these biceps. So sexy to kiss myself. Get you some.
Yeah, for you, my master.
Beast mode activated.
Another addition to the long list of failed food challenges. He capped off a rather boring month with some sex advice for inexperienced viewers, such as the drop cocaine on your girlfriend's vagina.
What the
If you're
fuck?
a dude who hasn't had sex and you're in your late 20s and you're bummed out about it, first of all, quit being bummed out about it. Second of all, find you a girl that's never had sex before, and I guarantee you, it'll be a lot easier.
What the fuck?
When you're in junior high or high school, you get a girlfriend, and you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's after school, your girlfriend comes over for a little bit, you get y'all's homework.
Good, you're done.
You chit chat and talk. You
Thank you, Riku.
before you,
Ah, this is odd.
You even had the experience, You know what the difference is between a golf ball and a G-spot? The difference is most
I love when people unfollow and refollow. And they think I don't.
Ladies, that was a joke for
They
you.
think I don't notice.
Don't blink, it's your boy. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the.
See, most guys don't think about
Uh,
the long run.
Little stroll. I love that.
Notice that when you rub on the clit, it extends. It gets a little bit bigger and the whole.
Shh.
But if you want to go the extra mile,
Okay, so that's good.
girlfriend, you get some KY, mine and hers, and you put some of that pink stuff on your fingers before you finger blast her.
Finger blast, okay.
But yeah, rubbing coke on a chick's pussy, like fingering a chick with some cocaine on your fingertips. Oh, you think the KY, mine and hers is awesome?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's guaranteed to get your chick off. Fuck crack, I'm talking actual.
What?
Just make a cut with baking soda, and that's it. Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro?
Sales were booming, and the trolls found a new way to mess with Josh on their Etsy shop reviews.
Don't blink, it's your boy.
They're selling like hotcakes. I appreciate every last one of you for buying one. But recently,
Blink, it's your boy.
left a 1-star review
Oh, no.
on a wand they purchased. And before we get into that, keep in mind, my trolls are assholes.
Blink, it's your boy. Of course, I.
Some would even take it a step further by purchasing a wand and recording themselves breaking it. Just got my goddamn King Cobra wand here, so.
Holy fuck, you wrapped it in so much goddamn tape. It's fucking retarded, holy shit.
That's fucked up. I get not liking the guy? Come on.
It's not even a durability test here. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna work.
We'll do this one.
Okay, there we go.
And we'll do this one.
going by the name of Zolj. Spelled Z-U-L.
Yeah, give the guy a shout out. Yeah, give the guy a shout out.
Not sure how you pronounce your name, bud, but you sent me a message saying
Bud.
you want or I broke in and that you have a video.
Damn about me, cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
Don't blink.
Don't listen, listen.
Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Continuing on to having.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby, with you.
Who's ready for the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Okay.
It did not work.
No way.
Yeah, I tried to break it, could not do it. Okay, well, thank you for the free exposure, and sorry to hear your one broke in the mail.
Oh, that's nice.
To work on that as quickly as we can.
Josh was very popular and hanging out with his friends almost every day, but not all of them wanted to be a part of his videos. Good friend Homeboy Scotty made his final on-video appearance, sort of, during a gas station food hack, where he made it abundantly clear that he did not want to be on camera. Don't worry, we still got to hear his imbecilic commentary.
What's up, dudes? We got a gas station food hack rocking with you the long way. I got some things on your Homeboy Scotty, the sandwich is rocking. No. Yo, this gas station food hack is where it's at, YouTube. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm finished filming this. Alright, man. Just watch this down real quick. Subscribe for more. And remember, lasagna isn't like pizza.
What was it?
Homeboy Scotty with his pizza wisdom for the day.
Oh my god, I know the name.
At the beginning of the summer, Josh began obsessing over an unnamed female, which we would eventually figure out. It was his friend's daughter.
No, eventually it's gonna happen, YouTube. I'm gonna find the goth chick in my dreams.
Of age.
She wants to be by my side, and she's gonna be like, fuck your troll, I don't give a shit what they think. I want you. And I was griping and bitching about the dry spell that I did a couple months ago, several months ago, as a matter of fact. So I don't complain about it anymore. I know I've had a healthy attitude adjustment towards it. You know, there are people out there who have it way worse and you want to complain because you haven't got your dick wet. Boo, fucking who. You know, I got to go out with this goth chick that I'm sweet on. I want to get to know her personality first, to be honest. I don't want her to have that with me until she's comfortable with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a gentleman like that. I fucking hate it, YouTube. If dudes are friend zoned, it's seen as demasculating. Like, oh, how you fucking pussy, you got friend zoned. There's nothing wrong with getting friend zoned.
Don't link this way. One of the commercial. Continuing off, having a wonderful day on this 20th April 2005. Today's Easter. Now, you know what we're gonna do? You see how we dress, so let's get the address. I have a candy in my mouth. I was planning on doing something else, but then I realized that my phone was full, so I had to do the thing I was supposed to do. Let's just film the workout. We're watching King Cobra GFS. Because I'm a cool god guy, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is, you see me yesterday complaining about not wanting to do it. So I'm going to be taking a break from the cardio. Instead of taking a break from the cardio, I'm gonna do something very cool, very different. I'm gonna do only like weight lift. I'm gonna go super heavy. I'm gonna go for a longer period of time. Now the goal is today kill it with the workouts, right? With the upper body workouts, so that way the muscle is stored for tomorrow. And then tomorrow we're only doing cardio. So you'll have today to
At this point, you're probably wondering, what the hell
I'm in a better mood. I am. My mom commented that she's everything is fixed. I'm in a good mood. Do I feel like working out? No. Am I gonna work out? Yes. There you go.
And shaving my entire head in the attempt for my hair to grow better, thicker, and stronger. I don't give a shit what the haters have to say. That's why I'm posting this video. So y'all can get a big gander at my mistake right here. In fact, let's watch a video by one of my biggest fans / trolls. Right after I get done shaving my video and taking a shower, I'm predicting what these haters are gonna say when they see me with a shaved head. You know, this will give the troll something to laugh at. Holy shit, this gothic autistic retard butchered his hair. Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. It looks like Lord Voldemort with Harry Potter glasses. What the fuck? Hey, Gothic King Cobra.
We'll be switching from 30 to 40.
Looks like my pipe tobacco finally got to
you.
you. Oh, Gothic
King Cobra, because we made it.
If I'm letting the trolls win, then how come I'm posting this video?
It was good that Josh was getting outside and diversifying his content, but okay with new challenges.
For 1 second, YouTube, I want you to take a look at this. Just
crazy how 10 pounds is a lot heavier. You guys see me well? Forgot my father's, that's my father's house.
I mean, just look at that water, YouTube.
Funny, you guys are in a coastal town just like I am. Yeah, I didn't have an anchor by GFS. Never mind.
The Raven and her phone the coop.
His androgynous goth style bewildered past the locals, and his masculinity was frequently called into question. After being insulted by an IRL cowboy troll at the liquor store, Josh would adopt the belief that there was no such thing as going drinks.
I went to the CY Liquor Store, awesome liquor store by the way, here in town, to pick up a Steel Reserve Spike.
Still a lot better to have the 40. This is the heaviest weight I own.
I sometimes talk to myself. Sometimes it helps with things shit, whatever. And not really paying too much attention. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to get cheap and I like the taste. And there's this cowboy standing out by the smoker section. He said, "That's a pussy beer." As I'm walking away, I have the can like this, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a pussy beer, huh? It's a pussy beer, huh? I love getting of-age pussy."
I love my GFS. I wish I was more like it, to be honest, myself. No matter how weird I was.
Shut right the fuck up after that, because he was not expecting that. He was expecting me to, you know, get all nasty with him, but I turned this nasty comment and fire me by being a smartass. And sometimes that's how you gotta do with haters, YouTube. You gotta be the biggest smartass you can be. Because they're gonna fucking hate it and you're not giving them the reaction they want. You know?
Insulting Josh wasn't just for the adults, though. Even the children of Casper
What we'll do is we'll do complete setup for the 4 muscles. The big weight. Right? Then what we'll do is we'll move on with small weight.
Yeah,
And do something else.
Where I go. Anyways, I'm walking home from the liquor store, ready to have a nightcap and just turn in for the evening, you know. And sitting there, just walking down the street, you know, minding my own business. And I'm waving my crystal scepter at the street light.
Okay, even.
Making them turn
Yeah,
on
then I got
fire.